Today, we preview 25-26 Upper Deck Series 2. The Jack Hughes hobby craze continues. And of course, it's Monday. We answer your hockey cards questions in the Gongshow Mailbag and a whole lot more. Welcome back to episode 373 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast.
It's your friendly neighborhood hockey-loving goofballs. Welcome to the Gong Show.
Hello, hobby family. Happy Monday. Hello, Gongshow crew. Victoria, welcome back. Where were you?
So happy to be back. Thank you. I missed you guys.
You've been touring card shows all across the Toronto area the last month.
Yeah.
How's that been going?
Really good. Oh my gosh. If anyone says like Pokemon is dying, no. They're totally wrong. If anything, like Pokemon just had their 30th anniversary on February 27th. And my niece was born that day. So I'm very like happy that she's born on Pokemon Day. And yeah, like Pokemon is killing it. I just saw an Instagram post that Pokemon is $115 billion media industry. 115 billion. And second to that is like Mickey Mouse and his
Disney.
friends.
What? Get out of here. No one beats Mickey.
Incredible, insane. So yes, Pokemon has been amazing. The shows have been so great. Lots of card trading, buying, selling. I do have one funny story if I can share.
Yeah, of course.
I have like a binder of like, $5 to like $20 cards, and this girl like picks out a card. And mind you, she's not a little kid. Usually when little kids are like really into one of the cards, I will give it to them for free. Like I'm not a total a-hole. And this girl like looks me dead in the face. She's easily old enough to have like her own job, and like she probably like lives with her boyfriend or something. Is like $5 your bottom? And I was like, oh, perhaps I have mispriced, because it happens. Like maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down, and I just don't really take much care in pricing the binder cards. And I go, oh, like I don't know, like let me look it up. Like I'm so sorry, maybe $5 is like too much. And I was like, what are you willing to pay while I'm looking this card up? And she goes, like looks me dead in the face. Realistically, honestly, $1. And I was like, what? I look it up. It's literally $5 online. And I was like, no, sorry, it's a $5 card. Like, I can't just give you that for a buck.
Savvy young lady, though.
But what's that?
Savvy young lady.
You didn't want a loony coin? Yeah. I like those.
A loony coin. We just called them $1 up here.
For $1, I'll give you a loony. But yeah,
lots of loonies up here. Lots of loonies.
Yeah,
I remember when those came out, like in the 80s or 90s, whenever it was, because I was a kid, and it was a big deal in Minnesota. Like people wanted to get the loonies.
Yeah, the toonie was a big one. I popped out the middle in science class, sent to the principal's office. I don't know. I still don't know why.
We're finally just. A lot of places now are starting to phase out the penny.
Yeah.
If penny's ridiculous. Superman 3, just round up.
Yep. It's either up or down, or depends how I think if you pay with a card, it's still in there. But if you give cash, it's
someone's making a lot of money in between somewhere.
Well, the issue became it costs like 1.4 cents to make one.
It's more to make one than it's worth. So
I didn't know that.
If you're middle age, you know this already, but getting old is for the birds, to say the least. And I've been in hell for the past 2 days. Maybe conquered an MMA fight. No. Saved a family from a burning building. I wish. I slept on my arm funny. Like really funny. And it's been... I couldn't even sleep last night. Like I literally got to bed at like 5 a.m. And I understand it's as pathetic as it sounds, but the most random things happen when you get a little bit older that completely like derail your life. And at some point I was laughing at myself because of how pathetic it's gotten. So I'm a hurting podcaster, but I'm a hockey card podcaster. So we play hurt.
Yeah.
True.
I'm gonna do that today.
Yeah, if it was basketball, you'd be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it.
One of the favorite things or tweets or whatever it was that I saw when Jack Hughes got his teeth knocked out and then scored the golden goals. They said that if that was a soccer player, he would have been airlifted to a hospital.
Yeah.
Who's
After that
tougher, basketball or soccer players? It's a tough one.
Who's
It's
what?
a toss-up.
Yeah, I don't know. They both flop a lot.
Yeah.
So there's that. Well, we have kind of a big announcement today for our show in that, and you may notice if you're watching on YouTube on our background, we have a new presenting sponsor. So our show, this show, the Gongshow podcast, is sponsored by the Upper Deck Company. Presented by the Upper Deck Company. Ever heard of them, Louis? Upper Deck?
I think so.
Yeah. Up and coming company.
Yeah.
Startup.
Didn't we have a guy from there that was trying to get in or something at the house at the expo? I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Phil stole one of his cards.
Yeah.
Well, we're super grateful for their support. It's going to make a huge difference for us hitting our goals. And, I think we stated a number of weeks ago that we're trying to get a studio this year. We continue to invest in more equipment, and all that costs cash money. And so we're very, very grateful. And honestly, it's been a long time getting to this point. We started this conversation, no joke, like 2.5 years ago. And the whole crux of the conversation's been is that, and Upper Deck completely agrees with this, that we're not going to change who we are or what we talk about. And so, they have to be, I think, comfortable with us in that. And, we have to be professionals, which we're working towards.
It's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
Baby stuff.
And because, we're not going to change. And so I guess that's the main reason why I'm bringing it up. In addition to obviously sharing our appreciation, again, we're super grateful, but we're still going to be us. We've also always been huge fans of our friends at Upper Deck anyways. And so very appreciative and excited to see where it goes. And then, Phil, don't blow it.
Yeah, I'll try not to. Well, we have the power of editing, so
yeah,
it's those lives we got to worry about.
I also wanted to throw out there, don't talk about the good listener probably enough in our efforts on the audio side and where people listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever other podcast apps there are. But February was our biggest month ever for audio listens to our show. And so love to see us continuing to grow in that format as well.
It's even a shorter month.
Yeah. Very, very impressive in that regard. Okay. Speaking of Upper Deck, another quick reminder that our Series 2 live shows this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Gongshow YouTube channel. We're going to be live with Billy Cilio and talking about, again, all the new cards, any of the big early sales or pulls. And then, of course, start writing them down, people. Get the pen and paper out and ask Billy anything and everything you ever wanted to know about Upper Deck. Next quick announcement. A lot of announcements today. Gongshow Reloaded. Still getting close. And we want to do another edition. So if you like our repack, go and if you want to get a good sense of like what's in these boxes, go to Grant's Breaks. He did on Friday night. 2 case breaks are reloaded on the GP Sports Cards YouTube channel.
Bangers.
And yeah, it was awesome. I think, Phil, that you said in our chat exactly what I was feeling, that it was very, very proud.
Oh, incredibly proud. Yeah.
When you see 10 boxes open in a row and they're all kind of banger cards, it was a very cool experience. I'm
getting less and less nervous. I'm more and more proud. I've always been proud, but it's not my wheelhouse. I've never been in the repack product business. My products have always been services.
Mm-hmm. Getting easier to watch online, but it's still, if they're opening it in front of you, it's a little
I just don't
always
know how
want someone to like it.
Well, right. There's cards that are worth less than the box, or else we wouldn't be able to do that. And it's I don't know how to act in those moments. That's a tough one. Yeah. But you just hold the person, respect the person's decision making, and all is well, right?
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
What made me nervous about his breaks on Friday is that he did 2 different case breaks, and I'm like, well, was there enough people? You kind of self-doubt, right? That enters into the equation.
Yeah.
Both sold out right away. So I was like blown away and very grateful and appreciative of that. Again, every show we're highlighting a couple cards, like one chase card and one non-chase card. The first chase card is a 2016-17 Ultimate Collection Oli Lefsa, otherwise known as Mario Lemieux. It's a Keystone game-used jersey auto out of 15. Can't go wrong with a Mario Lemieux game-used material auto. And then the normal card I picked to highlight is a 2015-16 Patrick Kane Mega Patch chest logo out of 24. Very nice Patty Kane patch from, of course, the bountiful colored Chicago Blackhawks uniform. Phil, you had a pretty fun show on Friday Nights with Phil.
I thought we were just going to talk about my favorite card. There was a Sidney Crosby Red Outburst that Tristan and Brad hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that card now. That's the one card I wanted out of the whole thing, and our friends hit it. So Tristan and Brad, I know you're listening. Well, I hope you are.
Yeah.
I would like to propose a trade for that, and I'm getting a lot better at trading. So I think I could do something here.
Did you see Grant pause on that? And I think he wants it too.
I'm sorry, Grant, Josh?
No, when Grant pulled it, he paused on it and he said, "Oh, this one I'm really."
Yeah.
You might have to.
Yeah.
We'll get some competition.
Maybe it'll get lost in the mail. Sorry, I mean I don't know. That's horrible.
I didn't know it was Tristan and Brad. Did they text you or something?
No, Tristan was in the chat. Brad speaks. Brad does. I don't think Brad has a YouTube account, so they just use Tristan's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Were they happy? I hope they were.
Well, my goodness, yes, big time. Yeah, she seemed very happy.
Yeah, she hit me up right away too. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Okay, now recap Friday Nights with Phil.
Yeah, it was a good night. Carter and his son Jagger are in California, and if you don't know this, California Dave lives in California, which is pretty cool because we all want to go visit him someday. And Carter beat us all to it and brought his very handsome son. Good father and son trip. We went over a lot of their pictures and videos. They had a blast. The next day, they were supposed to go play hockey, and I know Carter is very, very good. So I wanted to see how that went. I hope he got 8 goals, the Vladimir Putin style, you know.
Oh yeah.
Did you get any feedback from how that went?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I've been head down pretty hard trying to finish our that mini expo video. Should have been out yesterday. So let's hope that was it. But it was a great show.
You had to do it twice, so there's that.
Almost 2.5 times because I just kept changing directions. Anywho, the show was great. We had Aaron Lapper on. No, wait, that was Thursday. Who did we have as a guest?
Anthony.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Clearly very memorable. No, it was great. Anthony got an amazing Celebrini exquisite card. We talked about that. It was very different seeing Anthony, Felix Potvin Collector on Instagram, buy a different card. But it's kind of nice to see him spread his wings a little bit. And he was a great guest. And we just hung out. It was silly and chaotic as usual. And thanks for all the support for everybody. This Friday, I'm trying to get a different guest on. I'm not really a customs card guy, but if you have an Instagram account, I'd like you to look up Flips Cards. I don't know. So it's FLIPPS_cards, not with a Z, with an S. I have such an old school 80s vibe about me and 90s. All the cards this guy creates have that vibe. So I'd like to, I hope he responds. And yeah, hopefully we can get him on Friday. And I'm really liking these custom cards. So let's see what happens.
Okay, lastly but not leastly, before we get started, a reminder that this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, we're a Patreon podcast, and that means that we do rely on the support of the good listener and the good watcher like yourself to help us cover show expenses, produce what we hope to be more and better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives in a small way to grow the hobby. You can support us for as little as $5 US a month, like half a Starbucks at this point. I know that because my daughter asked me for money to go to Starbucks every day. And you can be one of the first 999 supporters of our show, be a Future Watch Gonger, you forever get that title. You also get access to the Gongshow Discord, join our community there, and participate in some of the fun stuff we do, fantasy hockey, 5K challenge, other contest games, or just meet new friends, which is probably the biggest blessing in life, is meeting new friends. Like Phil and sometimes Louis. Just kidding. It's very easy to support us. Just go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com. Click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. Search for us at Hockey Cards Gongshow. There's a link in the show description, both YouTube and podcast app, in our Instagram and TikTok profile too. Okay, Bob Louie, we have 3 new patrons since our last show on Thursday, and we want to give them a quick shout out.
I do. First off, we got an Illinois Josh.
Oh, no. Cool. Can I be Minnesota Josh?
You can be.
Thanks.
And then Ed V joining the club.
V for victory.
Welcome. Ed Victorious.
And then, don't screw this up, Louis. Don't screw it up. M. Tate.
Good job by you.
Yeah.
So Ed V and M Tate are not in Discord yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I sent you guys a message, so if you have any issues.
Maybe they just want to support us and they're not chatty.
Maybe they're not chatty Cathys.
Wouldn't that be the most, that'd be my ideal situation? No.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't talk to me, Phil. Is that like your new
Don't
name?
talk to me, Phil. I only want to be spoken to when I'm okay with it.
Wait a minute. I speak to you. You don't speak to me.
You don't speak to me.
Okay, Lou, you got the game plan?
I do. First, starting off with get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's off to the weekly 7. Following that, we get into some hobby news. Then it's a 25-26 Series 2 checklist review and preview. Then it's the most anticipated Gongshow Mailbag. And we follow up with some personal pickups.
Thank you, Louis. We'll kick off today's show like we always do with our Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're profiling every single Hockey Hall of Fame player. We started with the very first Hall of Fame class of 1945. Since I've been working our way to present day, still in the class of 1969. And today's Hall of Famer we're going to learn more about is Red Kelly.
Oh.
I'm sure at least that's a name most of us are familiar with, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty common and big. The original final boss Ginger. Famous Maple Leaf too, right? I mean, there's not too many of them.
There you go.
Phil.
Leonard Patrick Red Kelly lived from 1927 until passing away at the age of 91 in 2019. Born in Simcoe, Ontario. Where's that?
It's northwest.
North?
A little bit east too, though.
Is it a suburb or like out of the metro?
Idea, dude.
Oh, okay. Thank you for knowing your own country.
Ontario's massive, man. I'm not one to explore it, regardless of what the license plates say.
And passed away in Toronto. Red was a left shot, played both center and defense during his career. Played for 20 years, from 1947 until 1967, but just for 2 teams. And both Phil's absolute favorites, the Detroit Red Wings and Toronto Maple Leafs. Pretty much
well said.
Right in the bullseye for you.
Yeah, well
Phil?
said.
As a player, Red was an 8-time Stanley Cup champion. 4 with Detroit, 4 in Toronto. As a defenseman, he was a 6-time NHL first All-Star team selection, 2-time second team All-Star selection, and in 1998 ranked number 22 on the Hockey News' list of 100 greatest NHL players, was also named to the NHL Centennial list of 100 greatest players in 2017. His number 4 is retired both by Toronto and Detroit.
Whoa, that's interesting. I wonder how many other players have both numbers.
Yeah, I just thought of that too. I should have looked
That's
that
interesting.
up. Red Kelly was inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1969, and while playing, he also served as a member of Parliament as a player, which kind of interesting. And after his playing career ended, he would end up coaching the LA Kings, Pittsburgh, and Toronto in the NHL. Why you should care about Red Kelly. Red Kelly grew up in Toronto farm country. Oh, there's my answer. And the Red nickname stuck early because of his bright red hair. As a kid, he listened to Foster Hewitt's Maple Leafs broadcast on the radio and dreamed of one day playing for Toronto himself. His skating held him back at first, and he initially struggled to make the junior setup at St. Michael's. He stayed with it, improved, and came up under coach Joe Primo at St. Mike's, which helped shape his smart, disciplined game. He led St. Michael's to the 1947 Memorial Cup title, which became the springboard to his pro career. Even though St. Mike's was a Leafs pipeline, Toronto passed on him, and at 19, he joined Detroit instead. He jumped straight to the Red Wings and never spent a day in the minors, which was rare for that era. Started as Detroit's 5th defenseman that grabbed a regular role when Doug McKaig got hurt around Christmas. Merry Christmas, lost your job. Once he settled in beside Bill Quackenbush, he played so well that Detroit kept him in the lineup full time.
Pause. What's it? Quackenbush?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm adopting that name. That's amazing. That bush is a quacking.
Quackenbush. Primo's lessons on discipline showed up fast, and Kelly built a reputation for playing hard but clean. That clean style helped him win 3 early Lady Byng trophies in 1951, 53, and 54, which was unusual for a defenseman. When the Norris Trophy was introduced, Kelly became the first ever winner, cementing him as the top defenseman of his time. He wasn't just a stopper, he was an elite puck-moving defenseman who could attack like a forward and drive play both ways. He became a key part of Detroit's early 1950s dynasty and the Hall of Fame's dynasty. Summary listed him as among the players on all 4 Red Wings Cup winners in that run. During his Detroit years, he was also selected as a first-team All-Star defenseman 6 times, which showed how dominant he was year after year. Late in the 1958-59 season, he broke his ankle, but kept playing through it while the team kept the injury quiet. God.
What is happening?
My arm hurts, and I can barely do this show.
Yeah.
I got to move my mouse.
Well, I think pain is relative, right? Some people have higher pain thresholds than others.
Stop.
Well, I was talking about Red, not you.
You're talking about me. So you're right. You're not wrong. Okay.
He's talking about soccer players. Anyway, go ahead.
Fair.
Whatever.
When he later told a reporter that the ankle had affected him, Detroit GM Jack Adams got angry and quickly arranged a trade to the Rangers.
What?
Yeah. Kelly refused to report to New York and was prepared to retire instead, which killed the deal. That's when Punch Imlach stepped in and brought him to Toronto in 1960, letting Kelly finally play for the team he grew up following. Imlach then made one of the smartest moves of the era by shifting Kelly from defense to full-time center to help match up with stars like Jean Beliveau. Kelly's playmaking immediately clicked with Frank Mahovlich, and that line became dangerous while Kelly added a 4th Lady Byng in Toronto. He became the finishing piece of Toronto's dynasty, and the Hall of Fame lists him among players who were, again, on all 4 Cups teams from 1962 to 1967. While still playing for the Leafs, he served in Canada's Parliament as a Liberal MP for York West, balancing hockey and public service at the same time. He shuttled between Toronto and Ottawa during the season, which makes that Parliament stretch one of the wildest career dual stories in hockey history. So on off days, he was doing his other job.
Yeah. Seems nothing's changed, right? Seems to be pretty accurate. Yeah. 12-hour work weeks.
He retired after the 1967 Cup on top, finishing with 1,316 games, 823 points, and 8 Stanley Cups. And the record for most Cups won by any player who never played for Montreal.
8 Stanley Cups. Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know he won that many. Why didn't he not want to go to the Rangers? What happened there? Just refused? They're too American, maybe.
Maybe. You got some stats on Red Kelly, Louis?
Actually, let's play a little game here. I got more stats for like retired players by 2 different teams. I'll give you the name. You tell me the teams. There's 9 of them. Believe it or not.
It's a long game.
Yeah, no, it's not. You'll get it quick. Bobby Hull.
Chicago Blackhawks?
Yep.
And Winnipeg retired as number.
Yeah. Gordie Howe.
Hartford, Detroit?
Gretzky.
Edmonton, LA?
And league-wide. Bork.
Oh, league-wide. Yes, that's right. Colorado and Boston.
Colorado retired his number after like 1 year.
Mm-hmm. The year later. Messier.
Rangers.
New York, Edmonton.
Yeah.
Waugh.
Habs, Les Habitants, and the Avalanche.
Tim Horton.
Buffalo and
league-wide,
Toronto.
Buffalo and Toronto. Damn.
And then Red Kelly we got, and then Scott Niedermayer.
Anaheim and
Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Good job.
Wow.
Good, boys.
Fun.
You
Excited.
guys
Do
are
I
like
win?
savants.
So you're a Rain woman.
Yeah. Not good at anything
Victoria's
else,
got to go.
Victoria.
She's got to go buy underwear at Kmart.
The heck are you talking about? Okay, let's look at the Red Kelly hobby market real quick. His rookie card is in the 1951 Parker set, card number 55. Highest selling copies is PSA 8, sold for $4,080 US in November 2023. Then now we're into guys who played for a long time during times when they were yearly hockey card sets. So there's tons of Red Kelly Plain Days cards through the 50s and 60s. I have 3 that I picked out to highlight. The first one is the 1954 Topps set, which one of the most iconic sets or cards in the hobby for almost, Gordie Howe is a huge card for him too. And the PSA 9 picture is the highest seller. It went for $11,032 US this past September. I think the highest selling Red Kelly card too. So even more so than his 51 Parkhurst. Same year on the Parkhurst side, there's the 54 Parkhurst. It's the All-Star. These always look like Soviet cards.
Right. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
PSA 8's highest selling copy went for $528 US in July 2023. And then the last one we'll look at is from 1958 Topps. Card number 61. PSA 9 pictured as a top public sale, $1,494 US in May of 2014. So that, guys, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Red Kelly.
Really?
Good job, Joshy Poo.
Oh,
I still want to dig into why he didn't want anything to do with the Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe his wife's ex-boyfriend lives in New York or something.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe.
If I had to bet. Yeah.
Listen, relationships on both sides can always affect. How do most criminals get caught? Their gumas, their girlfriends, right?
Oh, jeez. Well, it's time again for the Weekly 7, where I picked 7 short topics that we can discuss from the NHL and hockey world. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Favorite part?
Let's skate on over to the NHL.
Okay. Well, the first thing in the Weekly 7 is the NHL's back, finally.
Yes.
Hockey's back, thank the Lord. Now, we have a super compressed schedule, tons of games before the first round of the playoffs start already on April 18th. So we're like 6 weeks away from playoff hockey. The next big milestone is the trade deadline, which comes up this Friday. Will the Wild get a center? And Victoria can't stop texting me about it. She's nervous and scared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't answer
True.
that for you.
I have to get a lot of underwear at Kmart.
That's right. Big granny
With my
panties.
pants.
Yeah. Parachute. Woo!
I, for one, I'm hoping there's a lot of... I think trade deadlines are fun when there's a lot of action and big trades.
I'm
So
glad you went into that. I was lost on the underwear thing. I thought you were going to be like, actually,
You've got a dirty mind.
Ends route. You know.
Any what are you hoping your team does? Do you want your team to be buyers, Phil?
Yes, I want to be buyers. We have
Same.
one of the best teams in the league, and we have no goaltending. And I mean, after Saturday night, two amazing things happened for me. I don't want to poo-poo on when people are knocked down too much, but my Ottawa Senators played an excellent, very structured hockey game. And the second thing that happened is the Toronto Maple Leafs did not play a good hockey game. So when those two things happen in the same game, this guy is really happy. So Toronto, I mean, we didn't even have to play that good and we would have won, but we actually did play very well. Most of us. One guy played okay. He was all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
We've only had games for a few days, but there's a couple of kind of very quick notes and fun facts that I want to share about the return of hockey. Connor McDavid, to probably nobody's surprise, was the first player to 100 points this season, to reach 100 points.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy stat. McDavid is in his 11th season now without a cup. This is the 6th time he's been the first player in the league to reach 100 points.
Wow.
It's almost like he's the best hockey
Best
player in the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's funny how that works. My other kind of post-Olympics sort of personal fun thing to watch is the Olympic snub revenge tour. All the players that probably shoulda, coulda, woulda been named to their Olympic teams.
Like, I'm going to show him.
And they're all my picks they came out like on fire. You got Connor Bedard as goals in multiple games since the NHL came back. So does Cole Caulfield. J-Rob had the OT winner on Saturday night for the Dallas Stars.
I made a comment that J-Rob's kind of slow, and you said, "Oh no, that's not true." I don't really know how he plays his game. He's just more cerebral, right? Is he very heady, very smart? He's kind of lumbering around though. I don't remember like a quick pivot.
He doesn't have like a lot of like fire in his belly, and he's huge. I think that's where people, you want him to, like, if Matthew Tkachuk was in that body, he would be the best player in the NHL.
Yeah.
Because he's it's like 6'3", 200 pounds. I mean, he's a big dude.
Big
Yeah. It's just one of those guys that's moving quick, but it doesn't look like it versus a Jack.
I don't think he does move quick though. Okay, I got to watch a Dallas game. There's no excuse. I'm going to pick one up there this week.
The other thing I've been really impressed with, getting back to the start of the season, is, well, number one, the amount of effort USA Hockey is putting into the PR side of us winning the gold medal and trying to grow the sport. And I want to give like Jack Hughes a ton of credit. So I think this was maybe on their Thursday night game. Then they played Friday in St. Louis or Saturday in St. Louis. And on the way, he flew to Indianapolis to go to the NFL Combine and sit down with Pat McAfee in person. Oh. So, I mean, obviously going out of his way to help again promote the game. And then you had Jack and Quinn on Saturday Night Live last night, and Jack had a game on Saturday night too. So, and not that he doesn't benefit, right, by building his personal brand as well.
He's a golden boy of 350 million people right now. Come on.
Yeah.
He's not feeling, he's going to look back at this and it's going to be big blur, you know, take it all in. Take it all in, Jack, man. Well deserved.
He's young too. So again, I'm glad that in a sport where we typically are marketing idiots, they seem, at least USA Hockey, and I'm sure in conjunction with the NHL, because they probably have to coordinate this sort of stuff. They've really been making the most of this opportunity. So happy to have that. And again, it's going to be nonstop hockey. I mean, your favorite team's going to play at least every other day for the next 6 weeks. So buckle up.
And what? Then the real season of hockey starts. Playoffs, baby. Yeah.
On the bad side of the Olympics, I want to quickly go through the Olympics injuries roundup and how that's affecting the return to play. And topic number 2. So, of course, the big news coming out of the Olympics was Sid was placed on IR and will miss at least the next 4 weeks of play. Pittsburgh is anticipating him back for sure, though, by the end of the season, which would be great because I really, really want to see the Penguins in the playoffs this year and him return after missing last year. So hopefully that happens. And he's playing well again for 38 years old. I think he is 27 goals, 59 points in 56 games played. Another big injury out of the games was, and I don't know if we talked about this, but Mikko Rantanen.
Oh, this is bad.
No. He's going to miss 2 total weeks, maybe longer. But again, the Stars are expecting him back before the end of the season, and they're trying to jockey for their playoff position as well. And we know about Kevin Fiala, who will miss the remainder of the year after breaking his leg in a bunch of places. And then I think the other notable injury is Josh Morrissey was hurt for Canada in the preliminaries. I think he's expected back next week, though. So I think that was the big worry, Phil, you brought up a lot in the months leading up to the Olympics, is who's going to get hurt and how will it affect their teams when we get back. And I think those are the 4 big ones.
They're big ones, man. Yep. The Fiala, the first one, that after the Panarin trade, oh my goodness. What a shot to the pills for those fans.
So we got to go back to Jack Hughes for a minute too, and sort of what's happened in the hobby since the golden goal, and basically made people's faces rain all over Canada last week. I just got, again, the stats just continue to blow you away. So now more than 4,300 cards have sold on the secondary markets per card ladder sales history in the past 6 days. Last crazy. Year, in all of 2025, 11,417 Jack Hughes sales.
It's incredible, eh? What a big goal can do for your career.
So speaking of last year, 163 Hughes cards sold for more than 500 US. In the past 6 days, 161. 2 less than the entire year. Now, those 161 sales of more than 500 US last week is more than McDavid, Crosby, Makar, and McKinnon combined.
Oof. It's almost like America has a lot of people.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. Also, 4 of the top 10 all-time highest public sales for Jack Hughes have been in the past 6 days. And and that's impressive because he's in his 7th NHL season. So again, the Jack Hughes Hobbypalooza cannot stop, will not stop. He's eclipsed Gretzky and Celebrini at least for the past week. It will cool down, as we know, but still fun to see. And it's kind of nice to have a little Celebrini diversion, even if it's temporary. It's sort of been all Brini all the time for the last few months.
You get fatigue of anything that's constantly. I love hamburgers, but if I eat them, well, that's bad. I'd probably eat that the rest of my life every day.
Well, okay.
People are giving credit. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Jack Hughes went to high school like in my hometown. People are giving credit to Canada for his success.
He
So
did?
Whatever
But he's
makes,
American.
whatever makes
he
Canada
did.
feel better.
He
Okay, I
went
will
to
give you
high
that.
school and elementary school.
Do
Yeah.
we want to take that as gospel?
No. That's
What?
just
No,
interesting
no. Victoria
information.
said it, and
I
she's the
think-
smartest one here.
But I think that you can credit an athlete's success to the type of youth sport program and where they participate in
100%
sport.
agree. Have you,
Yeah.
Victoria, ever heard of Hockey Hogwarts, Shattuck St. Mary's? It's in Faribault,
No.
Minnesota, 20 minutes out. Well, it's the high school of Sidney Crosby. We get the credit. Nathan McKinnon,
Set you up for that one.
Wow.
basically an American now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
careful,
teed that one
careful.
up real
Listen,
good. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other names. Macklin Celebrini, Shattuck St. Mary's.
It's almost like a borderless continent sometimes, eh?
So we will give you Jack Hughes and take all the other players.
No, we're fine. Just keep things the way they are.
Okay.
But you have to take Bieber. You have to take Bieber.
The Beeb?
The Biebs.
I like
Bieber
the
Mumbo.
beat. Give him back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, where does Canada stand on the Beebs these days?
I don't know. When you ask me these, where does Canada stand on things?
Well, you're
We don't even
Canadian.
have a newspaper. Like where are we supposed to get together?
Instagram.
Like when there's crime. I don't know. Like it's on the paper. I don't know. Like, do I read it on Twitter? I'd rather not. I mean, I don't know where people
Yeah.
get their information from anymore.
But you're supposed to have your finger on the pulse. You're a Hockey Cards journalist. Well, that's why we have Victoria. So how does Canada feel? He hasn't gone like Nickelback status, has he?
Wait, I like Nickelback. Hold on.
Yeah, thank you, Victoria. I like Nickelback too.
No, Nickelback is like a Canadian heritage moment. I don't know. Bieber he's going through it a little bit with the publicity and stuff. But I
He looks
personally
homeless
like
every time
him.
I see him. Like this kid brushes
Does he
his
have
hair.
like a booger sugar
Yeah.
problem or something like that? I mean, I kind of worry
Yeah,
about.
something like that.
Why do you always think people have drug problems? It's unbelievable. I think drugs are involved. Yeah. Okay.
You sound like my
Have
mom.
fun a little.
something.
Make a mistake sometimes. You'd be surprised. Life's fun, man.
Nancy Reagan was my hero.
Yeah. Just say no. Yeah, that really worked, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get back to hockey.
Okay.
This is a hockey show, for God's sake. Going back to like all Breeny all the time. So again, wanting to highlight other players that are having maybe out of the spotlight a little bit, but having good years. For topic number 4, I picked 4 players that I don't know, maybe should be on people's radars a little bit. So the first one is Leo Carlsson, and I think him and Adam Fantilli are kind of the forgotten 2023 rookies. Overall, Leo's having a pretty good 25-26 year. In 46 games played, the 21-year-old only Swedish center has 20 goals, 48 points. He has missed a number, I think a hip injury earlier in the year. Despite that, though, he's already posted a career high in points. And with one more goal, give him a career high in that category too. And his time on ice is up quite a bit to an average of 19 minutes, 27 seconds. We'll have to get Carter's opinion and Jagger at some point. He just went to see their Edmonton Oilers play Anaheim. But you look at that young core with Cutter Gauthier and Beckett Seneca and Carlson. I don't know. Kind of future's pretty bright in Anaheim. Lucas Dostal, Pavel Mintyukov. Carlson's a 23-24 young gun, PSA 10 pop, 2,285, 47% gem rate, less over 175 US, up about 3% since the first of the month, down about 19% in the past 3 months. So don't forget about Leo Carlsson. Phil, you forgot. I know you did.
No, I like Leo.
Another one is Brandon Hagel, 27-year-old Tampa Bay Lightning forward, Team Canada Olympian.
I still think of him as on Chicago all the time. I don't know why.
Yeah. He had one goal during the Olympic Games, but has 28 goals in 53 games so far this season. And if you go back, actually, over the last 4 years, all the way back to 22-23, so here's his goal totals. 30, 26, 35. And on this pace, he'll hit about 35 goals again. So he's a certified, kind of consistent 30-goal-a-year guy. The problem, hobby-wise, is he's on one of the Florida Wasteland teams that doesn't ever seem to get much love. Does make him a very affordable PC player, though, and nothing wrong with that. I don't know. You have any thoughts about your boy, Brandon Hagel?
Whose boy is he?
Yeah, who's boy?
Canada's
The
boy.
Canadians?
Pride of
Oh,
Canada.
He's almost 30. No, you can't.
27.
start. That's almost 30. You can't start.
25.
You can't start to get a hobby market after being a 30 goal scorer in Tampa or Chicago. No, Tampa.
Well, true. If Kucherov doesn't have a hobby market, Brandon Hagel won't.
Pick up Hagel.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of his Chicago cards, he's a 2021 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, just 334. Does have a 71% gem rate, which is crazy. So last sold for 70 US on February 15th, up 40% since the first of the month, and up 75% the past 3 months. This one was like way under the radar for me. You guys aware of how good of a year Big Cat is having? Andrei Vasilevsky?
Nope, because he's still in that Bermuda Triangle of Florida hockey.
So check this out. This season, he's 28-7-3.
Whoa.
Has a league-leading 2.11 goals against, and also a league-leading save percentage of .920. And he's on an absurd heater. He's 17-0-1 in his last 18 starts, with a 1.9 goals against and .925 save percentage over that stretch. Analytics love him too. So Money Puck has him around a 22.7 goals saved above expected rate right now. In the last couple of years, his stock has fallen a little bit. He had, if you remember, a herniated disc surgery in September of 2023, which has to be all sorts of awful for any player, but especially a goalie.
Any back surgery. Oh, terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my brother's a chiropractor, and he says you're never the same after back surgery.
Maybe he got better. I mean,
yeah. It took some time, but he's coming back to form, and he's a 2014-15 Young Guns, PSA 10 pop, 317, 44% gem rate, last sold for 412 US on February 26th. It's up 3% in the past month, up 51% in the past 3 months. And the last one kind of surprised me. I don't think you like this guy, Phil. But you'll have to tell us. Jacob Chychrun. Still,
I like Jacob
years old.
Chychrun. I like Jacob Chychrun, but I don't know why we just traded him for Nick Jensen. I'm still confused about that. But go ahead.
So he currently leads all NHL defensemen with 22 goals so far this year. Second is Zach Werenski with 20 goals. Chychrun has 48 points on the season in 68 games played, and is a plus 20 for the Capitals.
Jesus. Yeah, the big knock was he just doesn't fit in. I don't know what that means. Like, wait, it's a left-handed shot. So okay, fine. I get what that means. I hope I'm right on that, but because Sanderson's left and Chabot's left, and we don't need left-handed defenseman. Well, he's a really good defenseman. You make him fit. You make Jacob Chychrun fit. We lost a first-round pick because of that. Don't, man. I'm gonna get hot here. Just you do your thing.
Well, last year too, he had 20 goals. So he has back-to-back 20-goal seasons as a blue liner. That's a tough thing to achieve as a defenseman.
The only thing I can solve my angst with is that we had to trade him. That's the best we could get. It's kind of like when we got Linus Ullmark. Boston had to trade him. Mm-hmm. We didn't give up too much for him, thank God. But sometimes when you have to trade a player, you're not going to get much. And that's
what would the Chychrun-Sanderson combo look like?
Well, they're both. It'd be one of them would have to eat the other side. Okay. Yeah. And they wouldn't look. You don't want Jake Sanderson to be a stay-at-home defenseman when Jake Chychrun's going. You find a way to make it work. Ottawa let go of Chara because he didn't fit in Ottawa. How did that work out for us? Yeah. We kept Wade Redden. There's your booger sugar. Anyway, I told you, don't get me going.
Who does fit in Ottawa? Anybody? And it's Captain, your national hero, Brady Tkachuk, doesn't seem to fit either. But we'll move on.
All right, listen, you little poke in the bear. I love my Brady. You leave him alone.
You look good in a wild sweater.
Yeah, he's not staying in Ottawa. I mean, why would he?
Okay, so for topic number 5, and this is going to be a dominating topic for the next month or two, probably in the hobby. Phil, you were on him very early, but I got to do some Matthew Schaefer appreciation. Probably have not talked about his rookie season enough on our show. He's just 18 years old, and he was like barely 18 when the season started, having an awesome year. And he deserves, I think, to be singled out. So on Thursday night, Schaefer scored his 17th and 18th goals on the season. And with goal number 18, that put him in the NHL record books as the most goals scored by an 18-year-old defenseman in NHL history.
Wow.
Did Bobby Orr do that? No. Did baby Bobby Orr do it?
No, he didn't.
Now, earlier this season, he already became the youngest NHL defenseman to score a power play goal. And he's also, I'm impressed by this, he's proving to be a penalty drawing machine. So far this year, he's drawn 18 penalties, more than any other NHL defenseman. So it puts his team on the power play quite a bit.
How does he? That is incredible hockey IQ, your favorite.
On the season now, he has 18 goals, 23 assists for 41 points, and is a plus 10, and averaged an amazing 24 minutes and 8 seconds time on ice.
Even while sitting in the box.
No, he's drawing penalties.
Oh, he's drawing. I thought you said he was going to
drawing.
I like to do drawings. Okay.
Well, going back to 24 minutes, 8 seconds time on ice as a comparison, Shimmy Shakes. Lane Hudson averaged 22 minutes, 43 seconds rookie season. So the Islanders are putting him out there basically all the time. And I think too, timely in that in many ways with the release of Series 2, the Matthew Schaefer hobby era really begins on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. Any predictions of his young guns? Do you think it's 150 US plus out of the gate?
No, I wouldn't even know where to guess, man. It's a lot more than any of us think. Yeah, but there's so many good young players right now. Something's got to ease up here, right? Like I should be able to get some nice Schaefer inserts. I mean, everyone's spending on Celebrini and Hudson, and Schaefer's the next one, right? We'll see. And that Islanders, it's going to give you some great patch cards. Deserved, well deserved. I mean, Islanders, Johnny T bailed on him, so doesn't look like Matt Schaefer will.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't. It's going to be a $300 card, I bet.
Wow, you think so? That'd be crazy.
I want the picture to look good. I hope it's a good picture.
We have the preview of it in our.
But it's subject to change. No, I thought it's
no. The actual photo of his
good. I'm excited to see.
So okay. So we talked about Vasilevsky and sort of his comeback year and maybe under the radar seasons a little bit. And I've been thinking a lot about the whole goalie situation. And I finally committed to doing a little bit of research. And for point number 6 in the weekly 7, I want to try to quickly rank the post-Brodeur hobby goalies. So, because, Martin Brodeur is kind of like the last kind of like legend goalie that we had. And then it's been a little squishy since then. So I have 6 candidates that I'm going to roll through very quickly. And then I came up with my rankings and you guys can agree or disagree. So Connor Hellebuyck, who's a 3-time Vezina winner, 2-time William Jennings, Hart Trophy winner, 3-time All-Star, gold medalist. I don't know if you guys heard that. Phil, Victoria. Connor Hellebuyck won a gold medal.
Yeah, we heard you.
Paddle save of all time. No Stanley Cups. Again, candidate number 2 of my 6 is Flower, Marc-Andre Fleury, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Not a ton of hardware, though. 1-time Vezina winner, 1-time William Jennings winner, and 1-time second All-Star team selection. Then Henrik Lundqvist, 1-time first All-Star team selection, Vezina Trophy winner in 2012. Only goaltender in history to record 30 wins in each of his first 7 seasons. And the Rangers' all-time leader in shutouts, most wins by a Rangers goalie as well, and most wins by a European-born goaltender in NHL history. Big Cat would probably be on that list. We talked about him already. 2-time Cup winner, 1-time Vezina winner, 2-time first team All-Star selection. And then my last 2 are Carey Price, who had the season of a lifetime in 2014-15.
Yeah.
Right. 44, 16, and 6.
2-3 really good seasons. He's a very good goalie. He was never a great goalie.
Yeah, I also won the gold medal that year. The Hart, Ted Lindsay, Vezina, William Jennings. And most wins in games played by Canadians goaltender. And then Bobrovsky would be the last one. 2-time Stanley Cup champion, 2-time Vezina winner, 2-time NHL first All-Star team selection. So here's how I did this. My pre-Olympics rankings would have been this. These are hobby rankings. Flower, again, hobby is different than hockey. Mm-hmm. Just seems to have the biggest collecting and chase. Then Big Cat, Carey Price, Lundqvist, Hellebuck, and Bobrovsky. Now, here's the big question. Now, post-Olympics with the gold medal, does Hellebuck move up on that list at all?
How does he not?
He has to.
Yeah, I would say 100%.
I'm going to
He's
say
just got to build on it. He's got to build on it. He has to build. That is a massive, gargantuan first step. But I think you can lose that quick, right? You can be like, you're one-trick pony, gold medal, and you're good, eh? You got to just... I mean, it doesn't help that the Jets aren't having the best season, but
right.
I'd say next year really will count, see how he plays. My opinion. IMO.
I'd bump him up one spot now, maybe post-Olympics.
I put him at third. So I had Flower, Big Cat, Hellebuck, Carey Price, Lundqvist, and Bobrovsky.
I agree with that. Power
I'm biased. I dislike Carey Price more than the average person. So
you can't deny though that he has a big hobby following.
Oh, very, very big hobby following. Yeah, I would say it's fair sized. Fair sized. You're right.
Okay, I'm going to pass the conch to Victoria for number 7 in the weekly 7, and she brought something to our attention in our group chat at the very start of the Olympic Games, and I'm very excited to talk about this. And I went very deep, and I think I'm a fan of this approach. But you wanted to talk about the Norwegian youth sports model.
Yeah, and really, I guess in the perspective of the Winter Olympics, so Norway had a whopping 41 medals, 18 of them being gold, so pretty much almost half. To put that into perspective, that is 6 more gold medals than the United States and way more than Canada. To say Norway dominated would be an accurate statement, but where did this success stem from? It's important to look not only at the athletic caliber of Norwegian athletes, perhaps excuse me, they are built different, but we need to look at the systems that built them, including youth sport. Norway's youth sports system is unique, and here are a few examples. So all kids get participation trophies. There is no scorekeeping until age 13. No national travel competitions in youth sports. There's no posting youth sport results online. Essentially, their motto is joy of sport for all. Now, Norway's youth sport model is quite different from what we see here in Canada and the United States. And it seems like the foundation is built on the basis of making sure sport is fun for kids first for as long as possible, allowing kids to truly just enjoy being active and competitive while managing the risk of burnout. So that's probably why they took out travel competitions at a young age. Some people scoff at participation trophies or not keeping score, but we have to look at the science behind it. So this type of youth sport model creates 2 times more intrinsically motivated athletes. So rather than being motivated to win gold or come first or, beat their opponents, they truly want to participate in sport because they enjoy it and because they love it. And the quickest way to kill internal motivation is by hyping up achievements and being a controlling parent or coach. Without getting too nerdy, a meta-analysis, Phil, this is what that is, a study of studies. So it's like, very Inception, I guess, which included over 6,000 athletes, found that those who reached world-class status in sport had this during their youth. They had more multi-sport practice. They started their main sport later in childhood. They accumulated less main sport practice and initially progressed slower than national class peers. So Norway seems to take a longer, more sustainable route to developing high-performing athletes. And I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. I know some of you guys have kids. Perhaps you can lean on some of those experiences too.
I have many thoughts.
Go ahead, Josh. You're the most excited.
Oh, I'm very excited. But I want to hear what you guys have to say too.
Oh, you will.
I think that these rules are almost equally more for getting parents out of the way and stopping them from ruining sports. Because that's 100%. We see it. I won't, but I could name people in our town that have lost their freaking mind as parents. It's sad and pathetic how these parents they pressure their kids. And, and then it's kind of like the race to the bottom, in that there's this mentality that I will spend my way into making my kid a professional athlete. Right. So let's get them up at 4 a.m. to do power skating lessons 3 times a week before school, and then go to practice and sign them up for every AAA team. And, Minnesota is the biggest hockey state in the United States, but I think my kid should play tournaments every weekend in Las Vegas and Norway. And, let's pretend that they're an Olympian at 8 years old. And let's go make them, it's dinner's in an hour. Well, you have to go in the basement and shoot 200 pucks. I'm forcing you as a parent before you can eat your dinner. And I think the result of it is that we're raising kids to hate sports.
Yeah, I think it builds a lot of resentment. I think hockey is so unique though, because if you don't start your kid early on skills, they will fall behind quickly. If you don't get your kid on skates before age 5, they are already behind. And you see that throughout the different levels of hockey. But I do think it's like parents need to like toe the line of knowing what is too much. And I think that this sport model, like Josh said, helps protect youth sport in ensuring that it's fun first.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I'll say before we get Phil and Louis to chime in as well is, because after you sent that, I kind of did a deep dive, and they actually did a couple of stories on this during the Olympic Games too, if you were watching the broadcast, that what they found is, I'm kind of lightly quoting, I don't remember the exact numbers, something like in the US and Canada, 70, because 13 is their magic number, 13 years old, that 75% of kids in the US and Canada quit sports by the age of 13, and 75% of athletes in Norway continue to play sports after 13.
That's a big stat. Those numbers don't lie. And that stat is very important. I'll give her, go ahead.
And then that they've also found that because these kids continue in sports, is that they turn into healthier adults. There's lower obesity, they're more active. And so beyond just the competition, there. And then I think last thing worth mentioning is that, for people that are, again, the whole participation trophy is going to be a lightning rod thing, because that kind of hits the male machismo thing, and I get it. But one thing to understand about the Norway model is that they invest. So 13 being that magic number, is they identify the best athletes at 13, and then they invest a crap ton into them, and they put them through.
Then it's go time. Then it is 5 days a week if you want.
Yes. So it's not that, it's just letting, to your point, Victoria, letting kids be kids and helping them fall in love with the sport before making it. We tend here to make athletics a job at 8 and 9 years old for these kids.
Why did you say male machismo and winning in the same sentence?
No, the participation trophy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is so. Okay. I'm just being careful there. Winning is a good thing. We want a world of winners. And if you have a world of winners, you're going to have losers. Yeah. You're going to have way more losers than winners, but they're not losers in the traditional sense. Anyways, I love this. And you're right, Josh. It's a lightning rod. It's a trigger point, because as soon as someone hears the PT word, participation trophy, that'll trigger me. I think that's one of the worst things that is ruined.
Well, again, though, but we're talking under 13 years old versus over 13 years old, right? If like,
so I was gonna have, let me have my slot here. Okay. So anything under 13, even 12, I think 14 might be a little too late. I mean, we're not doctors or psychologists here, but what happens at 13, give or take? I mean, girls happens a bit earlier, puberty. That's when hormones really kick in. So let's pick baseball, right? Everyone's a winner. It's that mindset. It's everyone needs to have fun playing the sport. I don't want to say everyone. You can't say everyone's winning when they're having. I guess you're winning life if you're having fun. I don't know. But once 13 hits, if we're going by this model, the people or the kids that don't want to play, if they get out of the way of the kids that really do want to immerse themselves, their entire being, and to lose a little bit of their later adolescent childhood, if they're okay with that, to get as heavily involved in the sport and be as competitive and the best at that sport they can be. If the country is investing in that for the kids, you are so bang on. They're going to be better adults. How many adults? Most adults, I think, are stunted in grade 10. I mean, we all have Peter Pan syndrome with our hockey cards, but then I can be very serious in other things as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a fantastic program. And if people don't think it is, I think Victoria just said a very big stat at the beginning. They mopped the floor with the entire world and how they did it. Right?
In the sports they care about, Norway's a different culture, so it's not hockey. It's not their biggest sport. It's Nordic skiing. It's like how speed skating is the Netherlands, right? That's their sport.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the sports they care most about, they're cleaning house. And I think too, like the winning thing, it's if you're having tournaments and giving everyone a participation trophy, that sends a weird mixed message to me. But they're not really competing at before
what
13.
Sport?
Sport is learning. Sport is like, it's a game, yes, by definition, but you're learning so many skills, right? Like, I think it's okay to just give everybody a participation trophy at 8 and 9, because that kid feels like they've achieved something. They've participated in a sport for a whole season and they are being celebrated by the end of the season. And then just to touch on Phil's point, like, these kids do turn into better adults. They've done studies where they've surveyed high, like, people in who are like CEOs and supervisors in these like really critical roles in the workforce, and all of them have played competitive sport throughout their childhood and adolescence, and they've found connections between how you build resilience in sport and that translates into how you can be a resilient person in the workforce. Like, these people are building literal life skills like mental fortitude, mental toughness, resilience, grit, all of these things. So I think it's really important. Yeah.
Sports is problem solving. You said it. That's one of my favorite words, resiliency. That is disappeared. We don't even have leadership on this continent saying we need to be more resilient. I haven't even heard that. That's like beyond, that's foreign in our culture right now. Sports teaches you that. And if you want to be the best at something, I totally agree. Like 12 and 13 and under, there's no reason for that. I believe a competitive attitude is innate. You're 100% born with it. And I think it's okay to maybe not suppress, that might be the wrong word, not tap into your capability of being as ferocious. I don't want a ferocious 7-year-old. Get out of here, But a 14-year-old that's playing basketball and is about to hit a growth spurt, you want them to be ferocious. You want them to be hungry. You want them to want to win and not to lose. Yeah. We want a world of winners.
What do you have to say, Louis?
I don't have a problem with it for younger kids, but let's say you're really given a trophy. If you're given a participation trophy or something that everybody completely just defeats the purpose of a trophy. There's got to be some type of competition in there. So kids when they're older, they need to learn to lose. And if it was something maybe they did, they need to learn to cope with their mistakes and understand that.
Is the physical object, Louis, like walking away with a tangible thing in your hand? Like, what about a team picture? Like, yeah, we all did a thing,
I mean, yeah, that's totally fine. Sometimes though, I think if I'm talking the older kids now, the younger kids, I don't know what the right answer is there. Let them play, let them develop, let them
explore.
Oh yeah, I know nobody's arguing that. Like in this model, at 13, it's on like Donkey Kong. Like they're hardcore.
Yeah, that's very important, right?
Right. Developmentally, though, I think we need to think what happens around 12, 13. Kids have learned to manage their emotions. They've learned to be responsible for their actions. They've also learned, hopefully growing up, time management skills, so they can balance schoolwork, they can balance practice and all those extras. And then they can also take on the mental capacity of being a competitive athlete. I think it's way too much for a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old, you know? Yeah.
Do you guys know how many times at an arena I've heard a parent of a 10-year-old kid say, even in like kind of like a half joking manner, you better score a goal today. It's like
so much pressure.
Yeah, we're pressuring the crap out of 9-year-olds.
What's the psychology behind that parent? That like I coached hockey like 10 years ago. Like when Cole was born, I helped a guy I knew coach a hockey team, going to some of the games. I was like, it's always like 3 or 4 parents, right? But what's the psychology with them? Like, are they so miserable, or is it a childhood thing for the parent?
They don't have their own thing. That's my opinion on it. Is that they've lost their complete. And Louis, we know people personally, but that their complete identity becomes how their kids perform in sports. And so now they have vested interest in their kid being on the top line, being the top goal scorer.
So were they probably an athlete? Were they an athlete and just not that good, and their kid's a little bit better, so they're trying to live through their kid? I don't know. I don't even have a good guess.
I think that's it.
Right out of my mouth. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it also like just growing up in a family that had so much pressure on athleticism and sport and achievement. It comes from a place of love, especially if you have immigrant parents, especially if your parents were not given the same opportunities that they've given you growing up. It does come from a place of love, and perhaps, in the moment you think they're being so hard on me, they're so strict, they're this, that, and the next thing. But then looking back 20 years ago, like I can understand why the pressure was there, because it forged who we are today.
Go ahead,
Louis. Go ahead.
The other thing though is, even if we dig into the younger kids, I don't think you should constantly be giving them something every time though that they do something, because then they turn into like a little puppy, oh yeah, I went outside and went potty, now I come in and get a treat. No, it doesn't work like that. And then Phil, like you said, these are a lot of parents that are just living their lives through their kids. And I don't know. I don't want kids just being handed out a bunch of stuff thinking that they don't have to work hard to be rewarded. I
think this is an easy figure out though. It's those 2 words, participation trophy. It's that does trigger me. I'm going to be very honest. I think it's just like, no, we're going to recognize the children are having fun. We're not actually giving them something, or give them something to say, yeah, I was here on this day with these people and my team was the Hawks, or something like I'm part of this group. Because sports is never bigger than that's a team sport. I guess if you're a tennis player, you are the game. I don't know, but my baseline is hockey or baseball. You're not bigger, Bo Jackson's not bigger than the game of baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. is not bigger than Wayne Gretzky's not bigger than the game of hockey. The game of hockey will always be the biggest. So as long as you maintain these core values in sport and team effort, I think that model is awesome. And you can't really, like, even if people disagree with everything that is being said, and we all don't even agree with each other, but we're all kind of in the same direction. The math doesn't lie. I love math. I love charts, graphs. Numbers don't lie. So if we're being silly, just look at the medal total list of the 2026 Winter Olympics. That's your answer. I know we live in a world where you can look at that and still disagree with it, but unfortunately, in my worldview, facts are facts. So,
well, in the world, in the story or the piece that I watched in the Olympic Games, the Norwegian Olympic kind of boss or whoever the guy was basically said, a lot of people are going to laugh at our model, but keep laughing. We'll keep winning all the medals.
Good for him.
Well, it's a popularity thing though, of I don't know. I don't want to get to it because in a way, I still think it's kind of BS too. I mean, if we could get more people in the US or Canada that wanted to frickin' be in the biathlon or ski jump or more speed skaters, things could turn too. But it's not popular, if you will,
Well, being the best at a thing is not popular, Louis. I'm sorry. I know I bring that up a lot, but it's just not. Like, sorry, I'm obsessed with this thing. My head's down. I'm trying to be the best at it. That's kind of frowned upon these days, right? It's like, who are you hurting along the way, sir? What? What the
I'll
hell
go
does that
back
even mean?
to this point, right? Is that, again, I think what's not being factored enough into like what's better for a 10-year-old competition wise. What this model, probably the core, and this is my opinion, but I'm guessing by a long shot, the core benefit of it is keeping psychotic parents out of it. Like if you could have competitions for 10-year-olds in the US and Canada without parents ruining it, maybe that would be better, but they can't. And it's sad, the state of youth sports in our continent.
You're right.
I haven't been around it in a long time, man. The last experience with youth sports I had was like 12 years ago. Yeah. I was like, well, that was weird.
Parents have lost their minds.
Really, eh?
The best place for a kid, let's just take hockey because why not?
The OHL, Outdoor Hockey League.
The best place for a kid to get good at hockey, have fun, improve, out at the rink, outdoor rink, or the pond, playing with a bunch of kids, just playing pickup hockey.
When I had the best house league, my very last year I tried out for junior B. I went to one try. I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is not happening. So I just went all the way to the bottom, went to Bantam House League, the greatest time of my entire life. I had one practice a week and 2 games a week, something like that. It was amazing. So much fun. So much.
I have a 10-year-old nephew who's pretty good at hockey and playing on like a higher end, like AAA teams, right?
Yeah,
he's
rep,
good.
yeah.
And I go to the games. Parents are screaming at refs in the stands, frothing.
Why aren't other parents saying shut up? I would be. And I bully the bullies. I love bullying a bully.
Then you go to the hotel like to hang out with my family afterwards, and the parents are there. The dads will talk for 5 straight hours about the lines and their kids' positions and what teams they should be on. It's like, whoa, you people need a hobby. Like, yeah, maybe sports cards. But
bad, eh?
Yeah, maybe they can become a Patreon. You should really float that idea.
I've been telling Josh to sponsor. So I built my entire business grassroots. Internet boy up here. I want to sponsor a hockey tournament. That would be groundbreaking. Not groundbreaking, but it would work.
Nobody gets a participation trophy.
You're in Minnesota. I'm in Ottawa. We're in 2 cities where we have the biggest hockey tournaments ever, with all these dads that are bored or not bored yelling at refs. A little banner up top, man.
And it's not the dads, it's the moms too. Like they're screaming, that their veins are popping.
Well,
they're so angry.
It's interesting. Maybe I'll bring up some points about hockey parent culture. I think the moms is just like, if you were full of drama in high school, then you would fit in great on a hockey team, youth hockey team.
Let's 100%. I don't want to relive that, Victoria. So many years.
Sorry.
Okay,
let's move on.
Great topic. We'll definitely move on. Slab Sharks is a Gongshow partner sponsor. We're thankful for their support of our show. The current Slab Sharks weekly eBay auction is live, ends this upcoming Thursday night. Another big auction this week. More than 7,200 sports cards to bid on the Thursday night auction. You'll want to head to slabsharks.com post haste. Hurry on straight away to mark your favorites. If you want a simple, hassle-free, and effective way to sell your cards, we'd strongly recommend Slab Sharks. We all use it. They make it super easy on you because, well, they basically do all the work. Plus, your cards get listed in the biggest weekly hockey auction there is. And if you happen to be a gold medal winning American collector, Slab Sharks has partnered with us, The Gong Show, to be the official USA submission center. That means you don't have to worry about international shipping. You just send your cards to us, and we get them into the auction for you. So for complete consignment information and to get the process started today, head to slabsharks.com. Hobby news!
Hobby news!
Hobby news!
Hobby news!
You're clean.
I don't know.
You whiffed. You struck out.
Panicked.
Okay.
Panicked.
Freaking Ariel over here under the sea.
Under the sea.
I want to know.
Oh my God. What is this?
Ooh, you're a good singer. I like it.
Thank you.
To get another yet indication of how smitten kittens Americans are of the hockey puck game. The final numbers are in for the Tops Now Jack Hughes Golden Goal card. Check this out.
Checking.
Big W for the hobby. 332,447 copies of this card were ordered on the Tops Now website. It's the 3rd highest print run ever for a Tops Now card. It only trails the Shohei Ohtani 50-50 card, and then from the last Summer Olympics where they had the LeBron, Steph Curry, and Durant triple card.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my big question. I would really love to know. I don't think Topps would ever let anyone know this. What percentage of the 332,000 were ordered in Canada?
That's interesting.
I don't know.
It's got to be less than 10, right?
I was going to say
Would it be
10 or
more?
less.
I don't see why. I mean, I have no interest to have any of that in my home, but if someone's a big Olympic person, they're probably just not buying that. They're buying other teams too. Are there other teams available for purchase? I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like
Not the losers.
No.
Yeah, like if you're a big Connor McDavid guy and you're in the U.S., would you collect like the former Program of Excellence cards of his? I don't know.
Depends. Yeah. Depends if it makes my eyes happy in that particular day. I don't think there's a lot of Canadians buying your American gold medal cards, dude. Sorry.
332,000 copies is no joke.
No.
What percentage out of 350 million is that?
1.
Yeah, not even.
No, yeah, it'd be 3 point. Yeah, it's 0.1. But still, though, we love our folks at Upper Deck, of course, too. I would love to see them. Topps, I think, executed this very well. Within minutes, they had this card out, and it was a big win. And hopefully, Upper Deck's taking notes so we can, beat them to it.
Relax and take notes. All up in your.
Louis and I have a big bone in our next story to pick with you two. This story comes from collect.com.
Oh.
So, although Phil and Victoria just got the news a few minutes ago that Team USA's Jack Hughes scored the golden goal in the Olympics, and I'm sure it's sinking in for you guys at this point. It is, as we know, easily the most important goal for USA hockey in the past 46 years since 1980. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of the Miracle on Ice? Do you need a refresher on that? Or
Exhausting.
no?
Yes, the Netflix documentary on that is very good. If
very good.
nobody's watched it, please
You
go.
watched it?
Yes, it's a piece of
Amazing.
hockey history. I'm not.
No, I know, but it's a
averse to the
bombardment.
USA.
It's a bombard. There's diminishing returns as of 25 years ago for me personally.
We can't get enough.
Oh, gee.
Okay, so, back to the most current Olympics. One would think, of course, key game used memorabilia, like we talked about the hat toss last show. Well, the puck that Hughes scored the golden goal with, a pretty big deal at this point. And I don't know, what they should do with it. Maybe put it like at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., so people can make a pilgrimage here in our country to pay respects to the puck or something like that. There's one problem with that, though. The stupid puck's in Canada. You guys stole our puck. What the hell?
It's our biscuit.
Bennington took it.
Yeah. So apparently the puck's in the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. We want it back. Come on. Can't we have one thing nice? You guys win everything, and we win one time, and you steal our stupid puck.
Is that really where it
I
is?
did not know that.
Yeah, it's in the Hall of Fame.
Is it going to stay there forever,
I don't know.
or does it like rotate?
It should rotate to the United States. That's what it should rotate
Yeah,
to.
that's what I'm saying. Like, just leave it there.
We do have the
don't
U.S.
want
Hockey
it.
Hall of Fame in Evelyn.
We can go get it. We'll get the puck back at the end of it.
Oh, maybe the Spring Expo.
Yeah, we'll go.
We're going to take our puck back.
Yeah.
Breaking
for it.
news.
Mm-hmm.
2 Minnesota men are wanted because
Arrested.
they've broken into the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Okay. Last hobby news story. It's collecting, but not hockey. Again, this comes from Collect. Did any of you guys save your tickets from the Gettysburg Address? Or did you just throw them away?
No, what does that mean?
You know what the Gettysburg Address is?
Isn't it like the
No.
Civil War or something?
Yeah, you're Canadian. That's right. It's the Abraham Lincoln's most famous speech.
Didn't he die? Got
Like
shot.
4 and 100 years ago or whatever that one.
Let's get to
John
that.
Wilkes Booth.
Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so
Okay.
this past week, the only known ticket from Abraham Lincoln's most famous speech sold for $187,500 US at auction. Cool. It's the most expensive non-sporting event ticket to ever sell at auction. Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address on November 19th, 1863, It was an 11-sentence, 272-word address that came after the main act, Edward Everett, whose speech lasted more than 2 hours. Lincoln's brevity was matched with perfect phrases such as government of the people, by the people, for the people. And the most famous opening of the Gettysburg Address was 77 years ago. Our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, I have a little trivia question for you guys. So when Lincoln started the Gettysburg Address with 77 years ago, how long is 77 years? Anyone
Isn't
know?
score 10 years?
Is that your guess? Well, how long would 7 years be?
47 years?
47 years.
Okay. It's actually 87 years. A score is 20 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so he was referring to 1776, the Declaration of Independence, that was 87 years prior to his November 19th, 1863 address. Now, the second most expensive non-sports tickets to sell were a pair of tickets from the Ford Theater the night Lincoln was assassinated, that sold for $131,250 each. I actually went to a play there. I did like a high school trip to Washington, D.C.
I think these tickets are really cool. I mean, I'm not American, but that's a big piece of history of our continent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, man.
Across the street at the Ford Theater, they have a little museum because when Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes Booth, he was brought to this house across the street, and they have like the pillow that's got dried blood on it from when they laid his head on. I remember seeing that when I was there. Cool item though.
American history is so interesting. I like American history.
It's very fascinating. Extremely fascinating.
No jokes. Like, what are the key, like, sort of seminal Canadian history moments?
Probably when Nickelback had their first concert, probably.
When the Beebs and Haley got married? Was that
yeah. Probably. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what year Canada
like
was
the
born.
one that
I'm so bad.
from hockey, it seems like
Summit Series.
Yeah, no, I bet like Vimy
that'll
Ridge,
do it.
like in World War II, that's a big one.
Yeah,
right?
1917 is a big one. Vimy Ridge.
Yeah.
Car Confederation, 1867, I believe. That's a big one.
Yeah,
That
Uniting
sounds right.
like Ontario and Nova Scotia, Quebec, Brunswick,
Okay.
many times. That was big.
All right.
Hold on, I could probably get a third. Chris Hadfield, when he went to the International Space Station. Yeah, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. That's a good one. Donovan Bailey
When
smoked your Michael Johnston.
Yeah.
Fastest man in the world. That's good.
And then the first Canadian to win a gold medal at the Vancouver, first Canadian to win a gold medal on Canadian soil was a skier. I forget his name.
Ross Rebulati, the pothead, the snowboarder.
It's all about drugs with you.
All about drugs.
Yeah,
They're fun.
I love that all the major Canadian happenings are sport related.
Hey, do you guys way off topic, kind of? Do you remember? I just watched recently that Tanya Harding movie. Oh my God, was it funny? When Nancy Kerrigan, when she's screaming, "Why? was that?" I mean, everybody in Canada was all over that. That must obviously was a major thing for you guys too, right?
Yeah.
With her in the background, staring at Nancy Kerrigan. Anyway.
I always remember the whole Dan and Dave Nike thing from the 1992 Olympics, I think it was. The decathletes. Like it was one was Canadian, one was American.
I don't remember.
And they kind of pitted them against each other. But
that's not very nice.
Yeah, I know, we're friends. Best buddies. New product releases brought to you by Gongshow partners, GP Sports and Total Sports Cards. It is 25-26 Series 2 release week, and Grant has you covered. Pick up your hobby boxes in person in Etobicoke, order them online, and have them shipped to you anywhere in Canada at TotalSportCards.com. Or if you prefer to join breaks, Grant and team will be breaking live all day Wednesday at GP Sports YouTube channel. So head to GPSportCards.com to pick up your spots. Maybe they'll throw in more Reloaded into the mix. We'll see. Okay, Wednesday is a big day in our hobby. Upcoming 25-26 Series 2 release. Love flagship release days. Feels like almost like a holiday, I think, in the hobby. We're going to cover the key elements, highlights, and designs of the checklist. We won't go through it all, but of course you can see the complete checklist at hockeychecklist.com. So the configuration for Series 1 and Series 2 are, for the last, 3 years have been pretty constant. You get 200 base veterans in Series 2. It's the same designs as in Series 1, of course. It's a continuation. The standard flagship parallels are Outburst, which are 1 in 30 packs, Clear Cut, 1 in 96, and this is for base. Deluxe, 250, Exclusives out of 100, Red Outburst out of 25, High Gloss out of 10, Outburst Gold, 101, and then there's printing plates. Now, so I don't know, like, of the base cards, what I do like about flagship is you get down into, like, the Outburst and the High Gloss, that those have actually become pretty collectible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we maybe haven't given the Outburst parallels flowers. Like Phil, we were just talking about the Crosby Red Outburst, I think from Extended Series, the All-Star base. That, I mean, when was the last time that you would have wanted a Crosby All-Star base card?
Never.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Young Guns. Now, the base Young Guns are 1 and 2 hobby boxes. There's always 50 in a Series 1 or Series 2 release. Here's your Schaefer Young Guns, Phil.
It's nice.
You like it?
Well, I need to see the background. Like, there's someone in the audience, like, picking their nose.
Oh, yeah. I just had the Outburst. So what that means is you get 6 Young Guns on average per hobby box. And that means, if you're chasing Matthew Schaefer, it'll be on average 8.33 hobby boxes to hit a Schaefer Young Guns. And I think Billy will probably talk more about this on Wednesday, but kind of the idea is you buy a case of flagship and you, on average, should be able to build the set of Young Guns. That's sort of how they design their cases. While there are 50 Young Guns, there's 47 player Young Guns on the checklist and 3 kind of extra cards. There's the mascot card. So anytime a new mascot comes out, like we've had a Gritty Young Guns and who was the Bowie from Seattle? Well, now we have Tusky of the Utah Mammoth this year. Big chase there
so
for
cute.
Phil.
Is that, I'm sorry, did you say Tusky?
Tusky, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I had a hamster called Hammy once.
Really
Well, that's the whole
innovative.
hockey thing. Just add an E to every name, or why?
Yeah, and a big tumor on his head.
Oh.
He lived to like 3.5. He almost made it to 4. I dug a hole and I dropped a rock on him. Still there. Yeah. It's instant.
After he was dead, I hope.
No, that's how I ended him.
Dude.
What?
A hamster?
Yeah.
He was, listen, he was, what am I, bring him to the vet and they'll charge me to put a needle in him and take him out? It was time to go. You have to take grandma out.
This is dark, bro.
I feel
think a
like
hamster-
this is not gonna go well for me in the comments.
You're a serial killer.
No, he was my Hammy. I love my Hammy. Don't you dare. Listen, if I'm drinking out of a straw and not moving, dude, drop a rock on me too, please. Like, okay, that's what Hammy was doing. He was drinking out of a straw.
No.
I
Poor
can't
Hank.
wait to check the comments.
How do we even move on from that? Okay.
There's a Young Guns teammates card, Matthew Schaefer and Mark Gatcomb.
A teammates card, perfect transition.
Yeah, and then the Young Guns checklist is Michael Misa and Matthew Schaefer. Here's what I would say. I think there's probably 6-ish solid chases of Young Guns. You have Matthew Schaefer, who gets card 451, the first Young Guns in Series 2. Then you have Danilo Yurov from the Wild, Easton Cowan, Axel Sandin Pelika, Wild Legend Ziv Bium, and Michael Misa would be the 3 big ones. Will probably be Schaefer, Cowan, and Misa. I don't know. Is there still Ethan Cowan buzz, or is that
Easton?
Easton? Yeah, I'm sorry.
He played okay on Saturday. He is a lot faster than I thought. Wow. He can he's a quick young man. Big time.
You have the same parallels as with the base veterans. The ratioed ones, though, do have slightly tougher odds. So on the Outburst for Young Guns, those are 1 in 60 packs, and Clear Cut are 1 in 144. Now, if Upper Deck put you in charge of flagship, Phil, which could happen any day,
Yeah.
and they said we're going to replace one of the parallels, you have to choose which one that we're just choosing today, which one that we get rid of, like they kind of got rid of French Parallel a couple years ago? Which one would you ixnay?
I would get rid of, might surprise you, I would get rid of Clear Cut, and I would put it in Clear Cut.
Oh.
Yeah. I like that. I think you wanted me to say deluxe. I like the deluxe. I like the foil on it. I like the card. I just think out of 250, it's kind of lost in the void, that card. But I like it. There's something there. I like it when Upper Deck. It's very rare. Like, not everything can be a bootleg insert smash home run or liquid gold, right? Things take time. And I really think they're onto something with the deluxe. Maybe they could foil the exclusive out of 100 and get rid of the deluxe. Something like that, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Louis, which one would you pick?
I don't know. I have
All
no
right.
answer for you.
Come on, Josh, you have all these opportunities.
That was another Baba Louie Hobby hot take.
My right arm doesn't work.
Oh my
I
God.
had the left arm.
Sieve over here. Jesus.
Are you versed enough on Young Guns, Victoria, to have an opinion yet?
Not yet. I have one Young Guns card though.
Okay.
So I'm proud of myself for that.
We're more proud. We're gonna Phil's working on a participation trophy for you.
Yeah. Big white ribbon. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. In the base, there are some variations. There's the Young Guns Jumbos, which are found in retail boxes. How many times a year do you think somebody thinks they get a smoking deal on a Young Guns on eBay and then they get a 5x7 card?
Happened to me with Gretzky, the jumbo. I don't want to. I mean, honesty is honesty. Someone didn't write. It was probably Sylvain titling the cards. Someone didn't write the word jumbo on the Wayne Gretzky that I won, and I got it in the mail, and it's a 5x7. And I lost about $100 on it when I sold it. Yeah,
I remember that.
I should have known better.
Was it you that opened it up or that caped guy?
It was my cousin, Cardboard Conundrum.
Yeah, cousins.
Yeah.
There's another variation that I'm not saying they haven't done it before, but I don't remember it. It's called Celebration. I'm assuming it's like goal sellies. There's 20 players on the checklist. Pretty tough odds. 1 in 2,880 packs. Hobby pack exclusive. And the biggest names of the 20 players would be Bedard, Makar, Leon Draisaitl, Jack Hughes, Sidney Crosby, and Ovechkin. I did make the mental note that now we add Jack Hughes to the name of where I probably would have left that off 2 weeks ago. Kind of crazy. And then the last base variation is Swagnificent, which features players in their fits, as the kids like to call it, as they enter the arena. 15 players on the checklist, 1 in 1,000 pack odds. Key names there be Cutter Gauthier, Bedsy, Juraj Slavkovsky, Willie Stiles, and William Nylander. Got to throw him in Swagnificent, huh?
Right.
Those are cool.
Insert.
I like that idea.
There's 25 insert sets in Series 2. We're not going to go through all 25. I picked out 4. And we'll surely probably go through more with Billy during our show on Wednesday, again on the Gongshow YouTube at 8 Eastern. So the first set, the insert set that I think is worthy bringing up is Fanimation. These were in Series 1 as well. And there's 16 new cards on it. So what they do with Fanimation is they do a card for every team. And they put half in Series 1 and half in Series 2. So it's 32 total. And remember, it's kind of like the torn down the middle of the face design. I think, what did Billy say, that 2 years is the run of those? Or something like that. Here's what's really noteworthy about Fanimation. I don't ever remember seeing odds on these, and Upper Deck published the odds to hit one, and they're super tough. So of the 16, to hit any one of the 16 cards, it's 1 in 4,850 packs. That's roughly 1 in 404 boxes, or 1 in 33 and a half cases. So, and then with 16 players on a checklist, to hit any specific Fanimation card, it's 1 in 6,467 boxes, or 1 in 539 cases. So super tough odds. Now, of the 16 players, I would say the 4 biggest names are Celebrini, Makar, McDavid, and Crosby.
That'll get it done.
The next one that I picked was Fluorescence. I've always thought that these are kind of super cool cards. This is from the gallery, so it's a little dark, but what Upper Deck published on their Facebook page. I think the design's pretty trippy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Why is gold 150? Gold should be like, what's more rare in the world, magenta or gold?
Okay, stick a pin in that just for 1 second, because I have that exact question, Phil. I feel like this is a card that is, I always think it's cool, but it has never quite broken through as like a real card that is like got a serious chase at. I don't know what the term is for it, but again, I like the design this year, and here's the parallels: gold 150, blue out of 50, green out of 50, magenta out of 5. I think I would swap if you swap gold and blue, I think the gold becomes where it's out of 50.
Oh yeah, seismic.
Yeah, so I think it becomes that would be a big improvement for that card.
So could it be as simple as whoever is project managing the flagship,
Billy,
I can't talk, the flagship project, are they not speaking to O-Pee-Chee Platinum project manager and being like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had like I'm going to try and say a word that I can't say, a familiarity between the brands, right?
I didn't know you knew any words that long.
I can't even.
Now
I'm a
spell
space
it.
guy. I can't even say Andromeda.
Andromeda?
Andromadia. I can't say it.
Well, keep trying.
Yeah.
Another thing I really like about this insert set is while there's 50 cards, it's all rookies. I think that's really smart. If you always make fluorescence the rookies, then you're not being super repetitive going forward.
It's nice design. I love the design. It's
cool.
It's very Twin
I like
Peaks.
that.
Yeah.
Next one we got to talk about are the Outburst Retro Young Guns. Another tough insert chase. What Upper Deck does for Series 1 and 2 is they pick 5 players for these. Do they do this in Extended too? I forget.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who are the players? Who are the players?
Marc-Andre Fleury, Brad Marchand, JT John Tavares, Wild legend Brent Burns, and Senators legend Mark Stone.
Oh, no one of merit.
I think Flower would be the big.
I know. Listen, you play in the NHL, you have great merit. Come on.
Yeah. So what these cards are is they give past Young Guns and great, really good to great players a Outburst retrofit, and these can go for pretty big money. As an example, from the 2024 flagship, the McDavid 101 gold Outburst sold for $57,230 US last October.
I offered 10.
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't win.
He was like, hey, Phil, love the podcast. I'll keep your offer in mind. I'm like, I'm just thankful you responded. Thanks.
How long have you had the red McDavid? A year or so? Or
it'll be a year and a half. I got it at the Montreal trip after the Expo. Not last year, the year before, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I paid what I paid, 3,200 CAD.
Do you think that's gone up in value since then?
No clue. You know what? I don't know. I probably wouldn't get that back. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, maybe on the right day, but I think maybe that's a $2,500 card.
So there's 3 options. The kind of the base is like the Outburst Silver. That's 1 in 2,850 packs. And then you have the Outburst Red out of 25, and then the Outburst Gold 101. I have one of these that I got recently, and I don't. Where I struggle with this is like, how will these be viewed 10 years from now? I have no idea.
I do. People are dumb. They'll think they're rookie card. That's my plan. My McDavid, I'm going to sell it in 40 years, and they'll think it's a real rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And then the last one, we got to talk about, of course, the Young Guns Canvas. And some pretty big names on the checklist for Series 2. You have Demidov.
What a shot. That's a great picture.
Yeah, I like that.
That's awesome, yeah.
Full of swagger there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Snuggs, Axel Sandin Pellica, Gabe Perreault, Ryan Leonard, to name a few. So base odds are 1 in 24 packs, hobby and e-pack. So on average, about 1 in 2 boxes to pull a Young Guns Canvas. There's 30 players on the checklist, and there are a couple of parallels. So we're looking at the black and white, which is 1 in 216 packs, Hobby and E-Pack, and then there's Printing Plates 101.
I love the black and white.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty tough.
Mhm.
Okay, onto autographs. There's a couple auto sets in Series 2. It's not an auto product. It's a base and insert product. But there are Swagnificent auto variations. 15 cards in total. Overall, pack odds are 1 in 4,000 Hobby and E-Pack. It does include short print, super short print. The short prints are Spencer Knight and Timmy Stutzel. And the super short print is Dollar Bill Carrillo.
Stutzel.
And then there's one, they traditionally put one UD Canvas signatures card. I believe it's hard signed. And this one is Tuukka Rask out of 40. Okay, so if you pick up a hobby box or case of Series 2, here's what you can expect. From a configuration standpoint, it's 12, 12, 12. 12 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, 12 boxes per case. The hobby box average, you get 6 Young Guns, 21 inserts, 4 UD Canvas or UD Canvas Young Guns, 4 Encore, 1 Blue Dazzler, 3 Parallels, including the following on average. You get 1 Outburst Silver, 1 Speckle Parallel from Glow Up, Boomtown Slaps, or UD Portraits, and 1 Speckle Parallel from Sizzle Reel, If You Know, You Know, Let Them Cook, and Vibing, and then 1 numbered card, ratio, short print card, or printing plate.
Did we get a new sponsor? What the hell did you just say? What did you just say? It sounds like you just did a commercial or something.
No, I'm just telling you what the...
You said all the new buzzwords that the kids are saying these days.
I sounded
Those are all
like,
Billy's insert names.
Oh, yeah. It sound like set it and forget it. Like, what? Did I miss something?
On a case level, the case level average is 4 UD Canvas black and white parallels, 4 clear cut parallel cards, 4 fluorescence parallels, and 1 pink dazzler. Pre-sales right now in Canada at Total Sport Cards, Grand Shop, are $149.99 CAD. So, and a great price. He's had really good price. In the US, I'm seeing pre-sales at 130 US. And so that's, what is 149, about 120, 125 CAD equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
So here once again, right? We've had of us have had our angst about 24, 25 Series 2 and how that's gone up in price. And, you know, this one's starting on the kind of, I think, where we expect it. And then we'll see how Schaefer does. And a year from now, if he's awesome like Celebrini, it'll be $400 a box. If he's not, it'll be the same price or less. Right? That's how this works out.
It's like I'm going to buy 4 cases just so I have them at this price point, and then I'll worry later what to do with them. Like, would probably open. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy it's at a very good price point right now. I'm definitely going to pick up a box or two, enjoy it. Hope I get
Have you ripped any boxes since? I know that it's not your thing typically, Victoria, but have you had the itch yet or no?
No, but this, I might. Like, I'm really trying to be savvy on what I'm doing with my money in this hobby. So, and smart. But 150 is not bad at all. That's like really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cheap.
It's a reasonable price. I think it's good. Yeah.
I think I'm comparing it to Pokemon. Like, Pokemon
Probably.
right now is like insane. So, like, 150 for a rip is like cheap.
What is a typical Pokemon? I know there's different editions or whatever you call them, but like, what's on average like a box cost?
The newest set will run you about $220 for like 9 packs. It's like not very good when you think about like how much a pack costs. If you want to do like a pack of or a box of 36, like something like this, looking at like at least $300.
Yeah. I think a couple years ago, Pokemon was a cheap rip too, and now like everything else probably just goes up and up in price.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You excited for Series 2, Louis? Do you envision yourself opening any boxes?
Oh, I'm sure I always, when they're not a player tax on them, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You ready for mailbag, Philip?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna have to read them off the screen though, because I haven't accessed the show notes. Believe it or not.
Hey,
all right.
That's shocking beyond belief.
Yeah. All right. Well, I haven't even read the questions yet. You guys said there's one that's gonna screw me up. We'll see.
Ready, bud?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Discord. Philly left wing. What value will the golden goal 1 of 1 have? I'll go first. Incredible sentimental value. Financial value? No clue. $1 million? 500,000? I don't know. Ask the Americans.
I just said a lot.
I'm so bad at guessing because people will say, "Hey, I'm selling the shield card. What do you think it'll go for?" And I'm like,
I don't know. But I don't know.
20K USD is my best guess.
Or if you ask
I
me,
said 20.
if you ask me, Phil, did I get a good deal? I always say yes. I'll never tell you got a bad deal because I don't know. I don't want you to feel bad. Okay. Okay, we're done. Okay, what's this a long one? Discord. Singing. What's up, man?
Sinjin.
Oh, this is Sinjin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Silly. Okay. Hey, what's up, Sinjin? Singing. Given the loss to the USA in the Olympics under the captaincy of Austin Matthews, I have opened a drywall repair business in my area. Hilarious. Congrats on the win, America. 46 years is a long time between golds. Enjoy it. Now you have an inkling of what it is like to be a Maple Leafs fan. Phil, with Matthew's superior leadership and command of Team USA, dude, what are you saying? And his forever legacy enshrined in Olympic lore, let's give credit where credit is due. I believe recognition of Austin Matthews, 34, and his Olympic achievement from you is now overdue.
I couldn't agree more.
Does anyone want to feel that instead of me? Or
no, I think that the hobby deserves a heartfelt apology from you.
Oh,
and I think if you throw a few tears and maybe some snot bubbles in there, that it'll have a greater effect.
Oh man, I don't know. If you're confident in your guy, do you really need a rival to give him a tribute? I mean, what's going on here right now, right? Okay, I don't know. Olympic gold. Yeah, huge accomplishment, man. 46 years is a long time. Austin Matthews was the captain of that team. Yeah, you made some good points, but let's clear something up here. When I chirp Matthews, I think people actually need to listen to what I'm saying. I have always respected Matthews as a player, 100%. I don't know him as a person. I like making fun of him as a person, but I'm a humorist. Comedy wins all the time. You can make fun of me too. He's one. So let's clear the air here. He's one of the greatest scorers in the game of hockey on planet Earth right now. He was the captain of Team USA as well. But here's something you're missing. He plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs, man. I am a die-hard Ottawa Senators fan, and I came from a Montreal Canadian immigrant father who couldn't even speak English, and the Montreal Canadiens was religion second to the real religion in my house growing up. So I come from two fan bases. It's not personal, man. It's sports. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I respect Austin Matthews. I will give him no kudos, but I respect him greatly, and I'm happy he won a gold medal. I defended him as much as I could respectfully when the Toronto Star article came out. That was ridiculous. Austin Matthews Canada's going to lose every American player if we keep it up. So, anyways, I'll keep chirping, man, but I'll tip my hat. Absolutely. Chirp, 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 chirp. Yeah. Okay. That was a long answer, but you asked. Okay, next question. Swifto Jr. Hey, boys. Now that McDavid can't get over the hump with Edmonton or Team Canada, oh, man, this is going to be a long one. Do we see a dual trade where he comes to the U.S. in the NHL and also switches citizenship to play for a winner on the national team? These are gaslight questions. They're trolling. They're troll. Swifto's not a troll, and they're not, but these are troll questions. All of that is ridiculous. That's my answer.
Yeah. Not touching that.
Okay.
Next.
He's got another one, though.
Okay, the real one. Hey, boys. What's up? Listening to the pod where you talk about distributors' short-term, long-term impact. No one knows who the distributors are. I do. Their brand isn't the one taking the value hit. It's Upper Deck. When will Upper Deck finally realize they need to protect their brand value and regulate the distributors? I understand not regulating the final MSRP at a hobby shop, but since a distributor has a contract with Upper Deck, they can easily put a cap in place on how much they can mark it up. I will answer. This is all of those things are above my pay grade, and I think everybody's pay grade, because things are said, and let's not be naive, right? a lot of deals are made with handshakes and contracts. Who knows what's going on? We don't know their deal. It's not a publicly traded company. They obviously have a deal that works in place for both of them. Seems to be working. I don't know why. I don't like it, but it's above my pay grade, and I'm a nobody. If I want to change things, I'll make enough money and buy one of them, and then I'll make changes. But until then,
I think we would love Jason to sit down and do like a 45-minute PowerPoint and run through like their model of distributors. He would never do that because it's none of our business.
Oh, isn't it secret sauce? Like, isn't that kind of like the secret sauce?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, business is business. Why would they? We're not owed anything. Like when people are like, screw you, Fanatics and Upper Deck. We're not, they don't owe us anything. Does General Mills owe you an explanation why Honey Nut Cheerios is not jumbo? No, they don't. I'm still waiting for my answer.
Yeah.
All right.
They put more air in it for you.
Oh, next question. A Beaver of Canada. Question for the squad. 4 of us here. Do any of you guys and gals ever take a look at your collection or portion of your collection and just think, what am I doing? Or get a little turned off of collecting for a moment? It happened to me just now with some smaller cards and cards of players I don't really care about. Probably Maple Leaf players. Troll me, I'll troll you. They were once purchases I made, but now I could care less about the cards. Time to sell. Keep up the good work, especially you, Phil. Thank you. I didn't comprehend the question I was reading, so.
You're too into being dramatic.
Yeah.
I think it happens to all of us, and it's healthy. And find a good selling vehicle. And I think I've sold like 2,000 cards on Slab Sharks now, and I've converted that money into cards I really like. So it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah, I recently felt like that. I took a lot of cards out of my personal binder. I'm lucky that I can take them and then just whatever I don't want, I just sell them at my shows. But then I'll just consolidate. I'll take things that I don't like anymore and I'll either trade them or sell them and buy something that I enjoy even more.
Good answer.
Same.
All right, next question. Max Collectibles Cards Plus. Boys and ladies, what's your insight on why certain players don't get any hobby love like Eichel, Kucherov, Draisaitl, and the list goes on, but people focus on players that get hyped? Thanks for always answering my questions. Keep up the good work. Josh.
I said the word hype. You know, it's impossible to quantify, but you have to have it. And some people don't. I don't think there's one standard recipe. There's players like McDavid who get tons of hype through exceptional status in the OHL, and then or Bedard that come into the league, and then there's dynamic personalities and performers like Celebrini who have an amazing second year, but for whatever the reason or location or but again, nobody would ever say San Jose is a big hot spot for collecting. It didn't seem to matter for Macklin Celebrini, so. You figure that out and you're a rich person, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Louis, Victoria, anything?
Like Josh said, it's hype, and we all know, Draisaitl's not getting it all because he just rides the coattails of McDavid. So,
But doesn't it have to do also with where their team is geographically, and depending on you guys always say the Florida teams don't get much hobby love? Is that because of these players are on those teams? I don't know.
It's because they don't get winter.
Yeah.
It seems that way.
I don't. The geography can help, but I don't think it's the key thing. Like Montreal is, if you're a decent rookie in Montreal, you're gonna have a big hobby chase. But again, I'll say that the whole Macklin Celebrini flies in the face of that. So if a player is that good or has that much potential, it doesn't matter at that point.
True. Okay. Gotcha.
Next question. Discord. Cheeto Fingers. What's up, Cheeto? Question for Phil. Me. What is the first card you're going to buy for your new Jacob Slavin PC? Is it Jacob or Jacob? Jacob. Okay. Glad you finally came around on Slavin. I've always said that. Listen, back to my other question. I'm not going to root for Slavin more than Sanderson. No, but he was amazing. I will eat a bit of a poop sandwich. He was a lot better than I thought. I always knew he was good, man. Don't be silly. But I like your question. I will answer it. I'm probably wrong on this, but isn't he the same year as McDavid or the year before, rookie? Slavin, we don't know. Well, the card I would want, even if it's McDavid's rookie year or any time after, and I'm pretty sure it's not before, I would want his Young Guns acetate. I think that would be a good card if I had to pick a card. I love those cards. Okay, next question. Very coy of you, Cheeto. Nicely played. Discord, it's freaking Polly. Polly, keep up those videos in your car. They're great. Hello, hockey card journalists. Hello. If you could choose one player from your fellow co-host PC to PC yourself, who would you choose and why? Oh, I like that question. I have to go last, though, because I have to think about it.
Oh,
Louis, you have to go first because I said you.
Okay. I'll probably just take all of Josh's Kaprizov cards.
Oh, that's kind of funny. That's good. Well, I don't think anyone's taken Victoria's Pokemon card, so she's safe.
No, I want her. She has a Pokemander PC that I really am.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Pokemander?
Yeah, you don't collect Pokemander? I do.
What?
Pokemon is that's not a real Pokemon. That's okay.
Oh,
It is. I don't even want a PC. I would steal Phil's Gretzky Future Watch Auto. Maybe I already have. Because here's the thing on Phil. He would never know it's gone. He would just like say, "Oh, where's my Gretzky?" Well, I'll find it. And that would go on for 10 years before he knew that it was missing.
It's either on the kitchen table or on the counter out there.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of bookshelves with no books on them, just piles of cards, though.
I want Phil's Marcel Dion. Your whole collection. I want the whole thing.
Mais oui, tout de suite, une petite faire. No, you may not. The boys don't really have any cards I want. Sorry.
Oh, I don't have a Sidney Crosby
Oh.
Seismic Gold.
Yes, you do have I don't want the PSA 10. No, Josh has a you have an eccentric credentials. Patrick Waugh. Essential credentials of Patrick Waugh that I want. Yeah, you stole that. You stole that hard.
Mm-hmm.
And your Crosby. Okay, next question. ResDog CC. Carbon copy. Am I the only one who actually looks at the base cards? No, a lot of people do. And even reads the backs of them. Probably. When I'm ripping a box, I find myself really appreciating the base set. The photography is usually fantastic, and I actually enjoy flipping the card over and reading the fun facts and stats. I feel like I learn something new about players all the time just from the backs of the cards. It seems like most people are laser focused on the inserts, parallels, and rookies, which I totally get. But I sometimes wonder if a lot of the enjoyment of the hobby gets misused because of that. Does anyone else slow down and appreciate the base cards and card backs? Or am I in the minority here? You're definitely in the minority, but the minority is strong, and I'm part of the minority. I do read the backs of the cards. There's a lot of us Res Dogs. It's just not popular to talk about. You know, did you guys read the back of 177? Oh man, it was awesome.
I love looking at that. I mean,
Shame.
I like looking. You get it right away by looking at the front and like, the photography was okay in these. You only got to look at a couple and you know what you're going to get. Only thing for me on the back, I like if they don't have a nice team logo on the front, I like a really good one on the back, because when you're sorting cards and by team, I like it on the back better. It seems to be faster, less distracted. The picture.
You like it on the back better?
Whatever.
It's Victoria.
I'll only do this if I don't get anything, because then I have to sit there and be like, I guess these are nice. Cause like then you're like justifying, the money that you just spent. So I'm just like appreciating the artwork of the Pokemon that I got.
I gotcha. Picking up what you're putting down for sure. Okay, next question. Gunther Cards, 96. Do you think he was born in 96? Are you even 30 yet? Yeah, you are. You're 30. Hey, all. Is there a player whose team hasn't made the playoffs in a long time that you think will get a hobby bump with a postseason trip this spring? I feel like a player who fits that mold is Clayton Keller. Wouldn't you pick Dylan Gunther? I don't know. Yeah, my team, Brady Tkachuk. He's had one playoffs. I'd like him to get another one so I could sell another RPA and pay my rent. Louis, what do you think?
I didn't really answer this right.
Okay.
I don't think the player would get a hobby bump unless he was a major factor, though, and the team goes on to the cup and he scores that overtime goal or something. That might help a little bit. Other than that, probably not.
Victoria, is there any Pokemon people that aren't playing well in the game that you think should? Or hockey players on your Leafs that...
Pokemon sprained his ankle.
Hopefully Matthew Nyes, because then I can sell some stuff and get other stuff.
there you go. You want to sell Matthew Nyes already? You just bought him.
Trade up.
Sometimes I get bored and I just want to sell.
She's addicted to the action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So when we started the show, can I answer or no?
You did. You already did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No. When we started the show, I remember very specifically like planning our content around Hall of Fame inductions or postseason bumps. And the sad part, and it is sad because I think the hobby would be more fun, but these things tend not to move the needle very much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it would, being like naive to all of this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you answer now, Josh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Cujo Cardboard. If you were starting your collection today with what you know now, what would you do differently? I think we're similar answers. I don't know, like everything. Like like every single thing. Yeah. So we all in agreement on that, or
pretty much.
Yeah.
Start where I am now.
Yeah. I'm not trying to cop out the answer, but like
think
more
of it this
investing.
way. Yeah. Think of like if you pooled all the money like if you put every receipt in front of us of all the money we've spent and we got to pick out what we consider money we wasted and we pooled that together, what card could we buy with that money? Probably a very big one.
Let's not do that experiment. Okay, next question. Good question though, Cujo Cardboard. Okay. Instagram. Okay, Mama 2021. Are you excited for the configuration of ice? Heck yes, I am. Big time. Josh, you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Should we explain to Victoria what's happening briefly?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I just said yes because you guys did.
They're reconfiguring it, like they're just overhauling the entire product. And ice ice is very important to a lot of people. Its ice premieres is pretty iconic in Upper Deck. It's been around for over 20 years. But it needs an overhaul. There's too much fluff. So I'm very excited to see what they've done. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Next question from OK Mama. What is the most you've ever paid for some wax? I will not be answering that question.
Sore subject for Phil.
Yeah. I will not be answering.
Oh, like your Fleer box?
Yeah. 2,000 for a box of cards. Twice.
remember when I told you not to open it? Remember that?
Why would I no, that's not me, man. So I bought 2 boxes of Fleer Retro 2012-13 and didn't work out well for my I don't know, traders but I got a Crosby Playmakers Theater and I'm very happy.
I thought you got the electrifying.
Oh, it was electrifying.
I'm sorry, I got the electrifying. I basically got a Crosby electrifying for $4,000.
Remember when I said you could steal any card out of Phil's collection and you would never know?
Yeah.
Where's my Crosby Playmakers Theater?
I have a Crosby Playmakers Theater, but I bought that at a show. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So but you know what? That was a very expensive lesson that I needed to reteach myself. I probably saved a lot of money since then by not buying boxes because of that. So
I don't think I've spent over 200.
Yeah, I said like 300 to 350 is probably the most I've spent.
Victoria, how much most have you spent on
like
a box?
300 CAD, probably 300 Canadian.
All right. Next question. Okay, Kevin B. Smith. What is missing from our hobby? Or who is missing from our hobby? Waldo? Which current or former players that aren't part of any or many releases would you like to see more cards of? This could include simple base cards, autos, patches, etc. For former players, I would like to see more Sundin and Mogilny cards. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe even the Scotts, Stevens, and Niedermeyers from the Devils days. Who would you like to see more of in the hobby? Thanks for the hours of entertainment. You're welcome, Kevin. I'd like to see like kind of what you're saying, like Pat LaFontaine, Pierre Turgeon, those kinds of guys. More Jeremy Roenick, Sergei Fedorov. I don't think those are big signers, so it's a little more difficult for Upper Deck. But I'll let you know once my interview process goes well. I am a fixer, and I will track these old farts down, and I'll get all their autos. So, yeah, I just need the legalities taken care of, and then my plane tickets, and we're good to go. Louis, what do you think?
I actually 100% agreed with Kevin B. Smith. I was looking at him the other day for Scott Stevens stuff, and there could be more out there, more autos or patches, super cool stuff from his days.
Mhm.
Josh?
Fedorov would be the big one for me.
Victor, any players when you were watching hockey with your family, Victoria, you'd like to see cards? Like, have you gone to find somebody? You're like, oh, they don't have any cards.
I agree with Kevin on Sundin because when I would search Slab Sharks for some Sundin stuff, it always goes like for crazy, crazy prices. Like one of his autos a few weeks ago went for like an insane amount, and it was so nice. So I'd like to see more.
Good call. Next question. Kalen Anderson. Any PC players of either one of you guys that you dropped and stopped collecting for, and why? I stopped collecting Ovi. I had a small but mighty Ovi collection. Nothing, no reason at all. I just don't have any connection to the way he plays, carries himself. And I think he's hilarious. I love him. Great ambassador for the sport. I love that he's a proud Russian. Doesn't bother me at all. That's good. Anyway. I just didn't have, I don't know. There's something I need to connect to my cards. And I don't know what metrics that is, but I sold every single Alexander Ovechkin card I had, and I have no remorse for it. And I would say McDavid's like a close second. I like happier people, and I'm not saying McDavid's not a happy guy, but he definitely doesn't seem like a happy guy. And I love him. I'm so happy he's Canadian, and I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he gets a cup. I think he'll get a couple of cups. I just don't feel a connection to Connor McDavid, but I'm having a hard time selling any one of the cards that he has. Boys? Josh, do you stop collecting anyone, or?
Not really. There was like players that I would like randomly buy a couple cards, like Caulfield or Clayton Keller would be, and I just kind of more honed in on my guys. And this question, you know, who this question made me think of is California Dave, who buys the most random players all the time. Like when he's showing off his mail day pickups, it's so funny, right? It's like he doesn't even know who Dale Hawerchuk is, and he'll buy like a Dale Hawerchuk card.
Good answer. Louis?
I have multiple players' cards, but I only focused on a handful of them for my PC. I never dropped any of them. You know, say I got 20, 25 cards of like 4 or 5, 6 guys, whatever. But I never got rid of them. I just picked a few and ran with them.
Does this apply to you there, lady of the panel, or?
No, because I've learned from all of you, and I have one player that I collect.
Good answer. You would have too if there were more cards, as we have learned a couple questions
true.
ago.
It's very true.
Next question. All right. From Twitter. Yeah. Dan's Hockey Card PC. Oh, my brain froze there for a sec. When is the time to sell on Bedard? Do you think he will be able to hold his value 3 years down the road? Yeah, man. I don't know. I think selling Bedard now is fine. I think holding him now is fine. I believe they call this the discovery era. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Louis, what do you think?
No, I agree with you. Same thing.
Josh?
I think the longer you hold, the more risk there always is in that, like with this question, I feel like, Dan, that you're almost combining collecting and investing, right? Because with the investors, and Victoria, I'm looking forward to your response because you're the dealer out of all of us. But the name of the game in making money in cards is flipping fast, like never holding, because only bad things normally happen. For every card that doubles in value year over year, you have like 12 that tank. And so if you're looking to sell and you're up, probably take the win now, and whatever happens, happens. But if you love them and you don't care if the card, you know, tanks in value, and you'd be happy. And then if it's a bonus that it triples in value within 3 years, then take that approach. But don't, in my mind, don't mix collecting and investing.
Yeah,
it's hard when you're, it's hard when you're a big player PC. Like I'll use Alfredson as me. If Alfredson has a card out of 10 from 2002, I have to spend that because there are 9 other big Alfredson people out there. But the problem is when we all get the cards we want, if I paid $1,000 for that card, I'm not even going to get 150 because people aren't diehard Daniel Alfredson fans, right? It's a very slippery slope. So if Bedard is like your guy and you're just like, I'm sounding like a teenage girl here. I'm saying that a lot. You keep it. Just, I don't know. I'm not giving you financial advice or not advice, but if Bedard is your guy and you're like a Blackhawks fan, keep the card, man. If you're not hurting for cash, right? If your roof's leaking, probably sell the card. All right, I'm rambling.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that like stuck with me, and this is like a huge lesson that I learned, was focus on what you're getting, not what you could have gotten. So set your percentage, like your margin percent that you want to make. And if the timing is right and that makes sense for you, then like just sell it and put your money into something else. Like put your investment into something else. So yeah, I've held cards for way too long, and Pokemon is interesting because it's not based on performance of these Pokemon. Like if Bedard has like a bad season, like maybe his stuff's going to go down, but it's literally just what are people interested in collecting at this time. And if you hold for too long, the interest can switch and then you get totally screwed. Yeah.
Next question. How many questions? How many more questions are there?
2.
Okay. Keggers Cards. What advice do you have for Canadian listeners like myself, me too, that are debating never listening to the show again following the Monday podcasts in which Josh attacked Phil over and over again? What? Oh, hold on. Let me read that again. What advice do you have for Canadian listeners like myself that are debating never listening to the show again following the Monday podcast in which Josh attacked Phil, capital letters, over and over again? Wow, you did attack me, didn't you?
Did I?
I don't know.
No,
The show was practically unlistenable, except for the interview with Ben. He was fantastic. Oh no, Keggers Cards. Well, I mean, you guys, listen, you guys, you don't have good tact. I mean, like a lot of things are awkward and cringy, but I don't think that's what he's talking about. And I power through those moments. Like, yeah, maybe he's talking about that. I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You're the king of tact? I would say no.
Did I say I was the king of tact?
You didn't.
No, I don't think I did, but I think you just proved something there, though. I don't remember him attacking me. They are American. I mean, they don't notice a lot of things that they do sometimes.
This was from I think it was maybe a joke, maybe not. I don't know.
Every joke has a bit of truth in it. You guys go at me pretty hard, and even though I'm the louder, passionate one, people think I'm like the asshole. But I'm not, actually. I'm probably the most generous and kind. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything because I don't want somebody to say I attacked you.
I'm a very big boy. I'll attack you right back. I'm not. If I feel slighted, I can take care of myself, man. Always have. I'm okay. But Kegger, even if you're not being serious and you're just joking, I appreciate the love, brother. Yeah,
I'm actually like legitimately. I'm trying to think of like what he could be referencing. Is it just like us gloating a little bit that our team won? That's what it has to be, right?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It's okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Josh attacked.
Yeah, I know. It's capital. Yeah. That makes me think it's kind of funny.
I attacked him with hugs, maybe.
Yeah. I'm a pretty huggable guy. I give good hugs. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next question. Let us know though, Keggers.
Yeah.
Or we can just ask them in Discord like right now.
Right.
Anyways. Okay. More questions. Here we go. Instagram. Cubby Pools. Is Quinn Hughes underrated in the hobby compared to Cale Makar? No. Final answer.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
No.
Love him.
Yeah. Cale Makar is incredible. He's the Connor McDavid of defensemen.
He is. Well, yeah, he's got twice as many goals as Hughes does.
Just the eye test. Just watch him play. I mean, listen, Quinn Hughes is number 2, clearly, but it's not 1B. It's just not, man. Like it's just not. My opinion.
Do you think you deserve an apology from me, Phil?
I don't collect Cale Makar.
No, I'm going back to Kegger.
Oh God, Josh, get over it. Oh Jesus. Okay, is that all the questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh, tough it up. Get a backbone. Come on.
I just wanted to answer my question. I had a joke. Now you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Personal pickups, Phil.
Nothing. I actually have a lot, but I didn't send them to Louis yesterday. So, yeah.
Louis.
I got one because I pulled it in the box yesterday.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, it's kind of cool.
Works.
I didn't know it was. I bought a box of O-Pee-Chee finally, and I got this frozen digits Kirill Kaprizov, and it was with Gavin, and Gavin and I went up and met Tori at the card shop, and ended up buying this. And Tori was like, "Well, that's a pretty big card. It's 1 in 360 packs to pull one of these things, so that's kind of cool."
That's
and
cool.
then
Nice.
Kaprizov.
Does Kirill have cold fingers?
Yeah, I don't know. Digits. Maybe his toes are cold.
Oh, okay. I have one card to share. It's a 2013-14 O-Pee-Chee Crosby Stamps Rapper Redemption.
Sick. Great cards.
Fun card.
Are you, Josh? Are you tempted to like pop it?
Kind of.
I might buy a third one of a no name and just be like, all right, what's going on here? About pop.
You should pop that stained Ovi you got, or Crosby.
What stain? You got a stain on the Ovi one?
Yeah.
You bought that one off eBay?
I didn't know there was a stain.
I saw that a mile away. Sorry.
I
was like, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty.
Wait. I want to make sure because now
Josh like that. Phil.
I know. I'm sorry.
Are you? Yeah. You're attacking.
Are you
me.
attacking me? You'll know if I'm attacking you.
So the stain on the bottom, is that what you're talking about? Oh, come on,
Yep.
Camera.
It's your light.
Is it the black discoloration?
There's a stain on the bottom right there. I don't know if you see it.
I can't see it. I saw one. I saw one on eBay that had a stain on it, so I didn't recommend it. But I guess you found it and bought it, and have it now. Just use what everyone hates. What's his name? Steve's Card Care.
Oh, Kurt's
Card Care.
Or
Yeah,
Minty guy or whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're not selling it. I mean, I don't know. The moral police might come after you, but what about the kids, Josh? What about the kids?
What about those kids?
What about those kids?
Here,
Okay, if you like the episode, please leave a rating.
Time out.
What?
Time out.
Yeah, stop saying that.
Oh, stop saying that. Sorry to blow up on you guys. I was gonna do this for you.
Do what?
Time. Give it 1 second, bro.
One. Bro.
There's your screen. Oh, here, hold on. We got to do this. You see it on the bottom there?
Yeah, right there. I was
Sorry.
going to do the Judge Smales. Well, we're waiting.
You should have. It kind of took me longer than I thought.
Now, if you like the episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, if you want to see me attack Phil on a regular basis,
Oh my god!
and want to financially support my ability to do so, and then we can chat about it on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server. Please consider a $5 a month donation. Join our $999 support level tier on Patreon. They're going to skyrocket now. Link is in the show description with their Instagram, TikTok profile, on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or on Patreon's website, patreon.com, and just search for Hockey Cards Gongshow. Follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys and gals, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures, LLC. Have an awesome start to your week. Good luck on your Series 2 boxes. We'll be back Wednesday night live with Billy Cilio. Baba Louie, take us out.
Bye.
Yo, it's the Gong Show. We're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire. No holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show. Let's go, let's go. Wanna say it on the show. So excited.
Yeah.